did you know goldenrod makes an excellent tea?
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Aaron.
Me.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tomic's veteran of the comic book industry for 30 years. I'm a writer, I'm an artist, and this sucks.
Tonight's episode, Most Feared in the Jungle.
Don't start! We haven't left yet!
Woo! Let's go! I just ate something. I was supposed to wait till snack time, and I couldn't wait. Welcome, everybody. It is Aaron Live. It's a very mysterious evening. I don't know what's going on, as I normally don't know what's going on. But we're going to start this stream here and maybe just go till the cows come home, which I don't even know when that is because I don't have any. But we're waiting. We're waiting for Mr. Ethan Van Sciver to start streaming, which probably is going to be closer to 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock on the East Coast than it is now. So we'll just keep our eye on that. And once he gets rolling, then we'll switch everything over there. Then when he gets tired, maybe we'll come back here. I don't know. I'm going till midnight, one way or the other. And maybe I'll go it alone. Maybe tons of my friends will show up. Maybe I don't have any friends. All these things are questions that will be answered sooner than later, I think. Well, maybe later. Anyway, welcome. What are we doing here? Well, we got the Sunday show, which is Aaron Live, but we also have the big Kit Carter closeout. Now, what does that mean exactly? That means this campaign's been live for 45 days. And that's when I shut things down, is after 45 days. But does it really shut down? We'll have to wait till midnight to see. Will this thing pop in demand? Or will I just say, no, I'm going to go John Malin. I'm just going to go, no, it's over. So anyway, here we are. A very vigorous 793 backers, but we need to get that up to 1,000. Maybe not tonight, but maybe tonight. But that's kind of my sort of my vision. The very least is to get this up to 1,000 backers. So we're working on that. We'll see how it goes. Let's take a look at this trailer because, well, why not? I paid good money for it. We should look at it once in a while. I assume you guys can hear this. Can't. Joke's on me. How about them apples? I paid big money for that video. Well, I paid, okay money for it. I paid money for it. Okay, let's just get that straightened away. Let's take a look here. What kind of wares am I peddling this evening? Well, this is sort of my departure from Wraith of God for a few moments. And so we've done, actually, we've only got 25 more orders to send out for Wraith of God Blood Hunters. Those will go out tomorrow, and the campaign will be completely fulfilled. Yay. So I'm taking a slight departure. We're going to do a Kit Carter graphic novel. Then we're going to come back to Wraith of God 3, Fear Hollow. So in the interim, let's take a look at Kit Carter. What does it say here? Kit Carter, of course, is a 64-page graphic novel, humorous sci-fi adventure. So you've got humor, you've got adventure, you've got sci-fi. You've pretty much got everything in there. And Kit's an elite ranger in the Galactic Alliance Freedom Force, also known as GAF. And along with her partner, Aunt Merv the Astro Chimp, she polices the galaxy, bringing the most dangerous villains and tyrants to justice. Lord Menace is the tyrant king of a dying monster-infested planet, codenamed Planet Doom. In a dangerous and desperate move, he acquires the Eye of Omnin and employs its unmatched power to rejuvenate his dying planet and create forces to conquer the galaxy. Sounds menacing for sure. Kit and Merv are dispatched to stop him, but is this the one adversary that even they can't handle? Find out only in this incredible, once-in-a-lifetime graphic novel experience. Now, this baby's going to be 8.5 by 11, like the old Marvel graphic novel series from the 80s. 64 pages, thereabouts. It probably grow to be more than that because my stories usually do end up giving you more than you even asked for. So you have the hardcover edition here, which is a signed and numbered limited edition. We'll have a tipped-in art gallery that's only in the hardcover. It will not be in the softcover. But you do have the softcover option right here by my good friend Chris Stevens did the painted cover for this. Has a very sort of old school pulpy feel, which I kind of dig. So that's your softcover option. Here's some interior pages, penciled by me, inked by the great Matt Ryan, colored by the great Kelsey Shannon. A lot of greats in there. You can get a look here side by side, the black and white, and then what it looks like after Kelsey colored it and made it all shiny and new. There's also a gallery in the hardcover, the aforementioned art gallery, featuring this piece by Gary Martin. And here it's colored by Kelsey Shannon. How about that? Is that beautiful or what? You'll only be able to get this in the hardcover edition, though. This will be in the hardcover, also colored by Kelsey. This will be in the pinup section, that extra section in the hardcover. We have T-shirts, Kit and Merv right there. You can get black or teal. The full color sketchbook, also 8.5 by 11. This comes with, well, it doesn't come with. You can order it with either or both of the editions of the book. They fit nicely together on your bookshelf. All 8.5 by 11, keeping it consistent. And this is a full color sketchbook experience. Right now, you can also get the Planet Doom insert movie poster. This baby's 14 by 36 inches. This is the color rough. It's not the finished painting, but you get the general idea of what this poster will look like. But it will be painted, kind of have that feel of an old school 1950s, 1960s sci-fi movie. And there you go. Planet. It's rated PG, so talk to your parents before you watch it. We have Kit Carter shot glasses, laser etched. You can put these in your washing machine and wash them all day long, and they won't rub off because they're laser etched. We're doing a series of 6 shot glasses in this entire collection of the Empire Comics characters. The first 2 were Wraith of God and Garbage Man. Those are available in the earlier campaigns. They're also available just by contacting me directly. They will get up on my website. I just made an effort this weekend to start getting my website updated again. So Multitasking, not one of my stronger character traits, but you can get one of those wonderful Kit Carter shot glasses, add it to your collection. There will be 6 total when we get done with all the shot glasses. You can also add on Garbage Man trade paperback or the Power Cube trade paperback. Also, these are part of the Lopresti verse. If you missed out on Wraith of God #1, you can get the second printing right here. It has an all-new cover. It actually has 2 cover options. The black and white, I think there's only 300 covers, the black and white virgin cover available, went to print. So it's very rare. And then the full color one. So you can, either of those are available if you missed out on Wraith of God #1. If you happen to miss out on Wraith of God Blood Hunters, which is Wraith of God 2, you can get some copies here as well on the campaign. So, and then we have some original art for sale. 2 pieces left. These 2 right here. Pardon me. This one I think is sold now. I think we just have this one. Now I take it back. I think this one's sold now. I think this one's sold. I think we have this one and this one left. Anyway, the perks will tell the tale. But did I get to the stretch goals? So we have the David Williams Imperious trading card that is unlocked. It's not colored yet. As soon as it is, I'll put it up here so you can see it. At 60,000, we have the Power Blaster, also by David Williams. That's a Power Cubed character. That is also unlocked, and that is part of the collection. And I will have those, once they're colored, I'll have them up here on the campaign site, you guys to ogle. At 80,000, which we're going to hit tonight, I can feel it in my bones. We're going to get the Lord Menace trading card by me. I have a lot of trading cards. I want to get a complete humongo trading card set of all my characters, just because I'm that big of a geek. So anyway, you will find the link to this awesome campaign in the description of this video. So don't delay, back today, because this is our big closeout stream. Will it go in demand? We won't know till midnight tonight. So don't take any chances. Order if you can tonight. All right. So there's all that fun stuff. We'll come back and revisit this as the evening goes along. We're at 793 backers, $77,494. Let's get up past 80 for sure tonight. And now on to the more entertaining portion of our show, which I can't really guarantee, but I'm going to try my hardest. Let's take a look and see who has joined us in the chat this evening. It's Loaded Dice is #1. You know what you get for that, Loaded Dice? You get nothing, but we appreciate you being here. You have my eternal gratitude, or at least my gratitude until I forget that you were the first one in. So Loaded Dice, #1 this evening. Citizen Ronan is here. Bretsky the Great. He says, salute to Shelly and Aaron. Shelly is not joining us tonight because she crashed and burned after we have been, well, she's been printing labels. I've been packaging books like nuts for like the last 3 days to get that Blood Hunters campaign put together and out to you. So she's, her back's had it. So she's in a comfortable resting position right now. Let's see. Chris Ramlar is here. Let's see. Squibs is here. Solitary Rain is here. Eric the Guapo. It's about time. I scheduled this for 4:15, so I actually came in early. Don't give me that. Goody Two Shoes is here. Brian Suddenly Old has made the trek in. Marcus Killigrew, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge, is here. Stippling Vaughn says it's time for Aaron to crowdfund on multiple platforms to become Doritos. What's Doritos? Ask Billy. There's a very possibility that we'll be showing up on another platform, one that this man likes to frequent. Everybody say hello to Kelsey Shannon. There he is.
Hey!
Suddenly you're live. Oh my gosh, that's what you look like. All I ever see is your artwork.
I look pretty much like the same as I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I cut my beard a little bit. My hair is going absolutely insane right now, so I gotta cut it all out of there. I don't know if you can see it.
No, I can. It's
can you
very
see it?
stylish. It's way better than I got going on.
See if I can get it in the camera.
See, it looks good. Oh, still hanging in there. Still hanging in there.
We're not staying here till midnight, right? We're just doing this for about 20 minutes or so.
Well, it depends on our good friend Ethan Van Sciver, if he remembers that we're streaming tonight or not.
Oh, he's got a strange schedule. He might be sleeping.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's why we're doing this, and we'll see. But I'm going till midnight. You don't have to, but I do. So
I'm gonna put an end to this stuff. I'm gonna like no live streaming openings and closings. You're gonna get the damn book that you want to get and leave me the hell alone. That's what
so
I'm going the laziest approach.
You're saying screw the advertising. I'm just putting it out there. If you want it, you'll find it.
No, I want to do advertising. Like I want to do. I've already said this to a few people, but I want to do a recreation of the Rob Liefeld Buttonfly Jeans commercial.
You should.
Yeah, I want to do like little animated ads for my book. There's a lot of like little things I want to do, but I don't feel like doing the telethon. So I don't know.
I kind of feel like Jerry Lewis. I feel like if I had any hair, I'd slick it back, light up the smoke, and we'd be off, for the next 24 hours.
I don't know. Fans demanded. I'll do what the fans want. What?
Did you used to watch those when you were a kid? Those Jerry Lewis
telethons? Oh yeah. You get the guy that can play the banjo with his legs behind his head and things like that.
Well, let me finish saying hi to everybody here, then we'll get back to more interesting chatter between you and I. Pantheon is here. Roy Rosario. Rosario. Bibbly Bob.
That's going to be every name you can't remember.
That's right. Headless Bourgeoisie is here. Randy Howell is here. Randy, we shipped yours out. Shelly typed up the label or printed out the label. I packaged it up today, going out tomorrow. Grey Wolf Graphics is here. Stormtrooper Julian Caesar is here. Lord Hinson Comic Skater. Hail Aaron. Is it true this last night for Kit? No more in demand? I never said that. I've never said that.
If it makes 80 grand, you'll open the door to make more money.
Of course.
That's just how it works.
That's right. Once we hit these certain, I got to have enough money to pay Kelsey to color this thing. When we hit that, then, all bets are off. Richie Dupe is here. Cole King is here. Not to be confused with Old King Cole. This is Cole King. Iwazaru. It was Aru. Andino
Japanese.
Palazzo.
Andino.
NC Pork Barbecue is here.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I know it does.
You sound delicious, sir.
Heat Miser, Corin Zenith, all the way from Australia, who already got his books. How about that? Gary Bruce is here. And let's see who else we got here. Paul Brillard is making the trip in. Thanks, Paul. He's our resident engineer. Sheeple Hunter is here. Lurk Moore is here. Michael Deitched. Let me carry the 5, divide by 3. That's
Marcus says, "Come on, we know Kelsey works cheap." Yeah,
he tried it. You're the worst proponent for your own advocacy, man. You're just like, yeah, I'll do it for whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm going to pay you this. No, that's not necessary. And I'm like, no, I'm going to pay you this. He's like, oh, okay. Maybe it's like it's just a shell game with you. You're just like tricking me into giving you more money by lowballing yourself. And then I feel bad. And so I offered you more.
I still use the same rates that I did pretty much my whole career. So, or at least when I got up to this level, I just kind of like, I never got any more than that until this whole Comicsgate thing. And thanks to the fans buying all these books and the generosity of fellow artists, you guys have kept me in cigarettes. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm a generous guy. Henry Bemis is here all the way from Oregon. Let's see. Pantheon says, I am a backer of Kit Carter, but I'm truly happy about backing this campaign. I know I will get a solid story and solid art. Thanks to well, hopefully it'll be better than solid, but thank you. I appreciate that. Henry Bemis all the way from Oregon. Parker Luck. What's that? Matt Bird. Wow, that's a long one. Aaron, I went back to your Kit Carter deal of the hardcover edition and the sketchbook and t-shirt too earlier today. Thank you so much, Parker. Appreciate that. Chris Ramlar is here. I already said. No, Gen X Catholic. How about that?
Whoa.
I didn't even know there was those.
I didn't either.
Brian 999 has made the trip in. Thank you. The same person or some person is here. He may be the same person, but he's here. Doc Brewski. Sounds like a good time. Blackjack is here. I haven't seen Blackjack in a while. Pastmaster Dan, of course, is here. Some guy 209. So there's a couple of some guys in here, but they have different numbers.
Well, that was number 209. Maybe the other one's number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in our hearts. Back to 3-pack. Thank you so much for that. Randy Howell sending me $2 all the way from Canada. Appreciate it. Nips on Kit Carter will bring Moolah quick. Go, Aaron. I had to remove the nips off of
Gary.
Dan's piece, not Gary's. Dan's Dan Lawless's piece. I said you're getting too saucy for me. NP Oasis is here. Yes. Halder 6480 is here. Let's see who else we got. If I didn't get you, eventually I will. Everybody's excited that Kelsey's here. Angela Curry made the trip in. Thanks, Angela, for joining us. Appreciate it. Let's see. There's someone screamed Bigfoot the minute they saw you, so I don't know exactly what that means. Repairman Jack is here, and Squeaky is here. Let's see. Stephen De La Vega. That sounds like that's a good sounding name, isn't it?
Oh,
Steven De La Vega.
De La Vega.
Yeah, it's just like it could be a detective show or something like that.
My name is Neo De La Vega.
The De La Vega files. Pete Z wants to know if Kelsey's going to use dollar store paints to color Kit.
If we don't make my his budget on this to pay me, then probably. Yeah.
That's right. So back Kit Carter, for the love of God, back Kit Carter.
This computer, it takes power. It costs money to run, man.
Right. Ronan Dust is here. Bub66 has made the trip in. Michael, thanks for joining us. Zaid Comics. Thanks, Phil, for joining us. Creative Faye is here. Let's see. I'm always so... I don't want to miss anybody, Kelsey. It's just
I know it.
Hidden Hand Media's here.
Sometimes these shows are just about. I'm just going to do a show where I just read everybody that comes in, and that's it. And once I read everybody, all right, everybody, see you later.
Kevin Thomas and the Beam Pad is here. So I think I got everybody up to this point. You guys hit the like and subscribe if you don't mind. I greatly appreciate it. That is the portion of this show that is free. And it helps this channel grow so I can invite Kelsey on more often. I have to pay him a fee to show up. And so when I bounce him, it'll be because I ran out of money.
We're on a schedule here, pal. I got time is money.
Hey, I put your artwork on the campaign. You want to see it?
Yeah. It's not even finished, I don't think, is it?
I don't know.
I thought of another thing to do to that cave scene. I'm one of those like notorious tinkerers that I'll be tinkering on it till like the last minute, I'm sure.
Well, I put it up here there, of course, everybody who's remembers our friend Schmagma.
Yeah, Schmagma.
There we go. See, I put
there's
the black and white. There's the color. Look at it, just come to life.
Yeah, it does.
Very nice.
This is gonna be awesome.
This turned out exceptionally well, I thought. This is Gary Martin's Frazetta tribute. And then here is Kelsey slapping some color on that.
This was like harder than it looked because I was trying to mimic what they did in the original. And it did not work with the blue of her costume. She kept like disappearing.
Really?
So I was like, well, let me shine a light on them boobs. And
really... and then suddenly...
they just
clouds parted.
They just pop out like a jump scare. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at this. This happens. Kelsey. Oh, hi, Aaron. Kelsey, we need to see more of you.
Yeah, it's just because I'm not around much, even though I'm on your show every week.
Yeah. Well, it's our show, really, Kelsey.
That's true.
Is that Chinese red in the background? He wants to know.
Yes, that is. Good old Chinese red. Nice eye there.
There's a lot of Graybeard Studio in jokes going on right now in this conversation. So George Lucas was right. There are no bras in space. That's what Randy Howell says. Yeah. Well,
good man.
I always kind of felt like they had like an athletic bra, sports bra underneath there.
No, their clothes are form fitting. They hold everything in place. You don't need them.
You don't really need anything, I guess, do you? Speaking of graybeards, holy smokes, we might as well start drawing at this point as soon as David shows up.
Gary doesn't draw.
That's
Vince
right.
gets
He
stuff
reads
off
the
the
chat.
internet.
He reads the chat quite poorly.
I had a
but he
feeling my artwork was being talked about.
Yeah.
Did you see this,
Lo
Gary?
and
Have you seen this?
behold. Yeah,
Have you
Kelsey
seen
sent-
this?
Yeah, he sent it to me. It's
Oh.
it's all I have to say is it's better now.
I
It
don't
looks
know.
really nice.
It's funny because I'm known for color, but I prefer the black and white. I'd be doing black and white books if I can get away with it.
Yeah, I've tried to push that on this audience before, and I've had a few people going, "I'm not buying black and white," and I was like, "Wow, wow."
What about stray bullets? What about all of manga? Oh yeah, I forgot about this audience. Never mind.
Yeah, that's right. You don't bring up manga in this house. You know, it'll go bad for you. No, I want to do a Savage Tales magazine, you know, that has like the black and white, maybe with some ink wash and stuff in it. And
heck yeah.
Yeah, people are. I think I'm going to do it anyway. After Blood Hunters 3, I think I'm going to do a Savage Tales magazine before I do Blood Hunters 4. We'll see. We'll see.
David's in the chat.
He's eating dinner.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, you know, he'll be in when he, you know,
I've
when
seen
it's
his
convenient
dinner.
for him. Typical. Typical for him. So
I've seen his dinner. I don't blame him.
okay.
Yeah,
is he sharing it on the internet?
He likes to gloat about what he's eating.
Mm-hmm. Like the rest of us don't have food, which
His
we
wife
don't.
could cook good.
Well, Kelsey, I'm gonna free you up because I know you want to eat that bag of chips.
Oh
So whatever it is, see, we have this little portion on this show. I know you guys watch all the time, but we do this every week. So take a look at this.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Now you can eat.
All right.
I've got this this dark chocolate. What are these?
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Do you eat licorice? You probably eat licorice too.
No, I hate licorice. Oh, how dark chocolate?
Because it's black. I mean, is that the only?
I love Mexican salt candy too, right? Like, what else you got?
No, it's La Susa. La Susa. I got this thing. It's kind of falling apart now. But it's like a big old Christmas ornament full of chocolate.
You like German almond joy-joys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
speaking of going to the lobby, I got to head out in about an hour. I'm going to go see Godzilla with my brother.
Oh.
No, wait a minute.
People say that's good.
I will mock you, Kelsey. If
Kelsey was not.
It's excellent.
Thrilled with it.
Yeah,
I wasn't impressed, but I hear a big reason why it's doing well, and it's got me intrigued. Is that the people story? Remember how we were talking about this? About you used to sit through all the boring crap to get to the cool Godzilla stuff. It almost sounds like it's opposite, where the drama between the people is so compelling that it's kind of like it doesn't really matter that the CG is not up to snuff. You know, it's just a solid movie. So I'm intrigued. I want to go check it out.
Well, you know, there were people that criticized the shark in Jaws, and come on, it's one of the great movies of all time.
I just needed to see the shark more. All that people stuff was boring.
What?
I'm just kidding. I couldn't even do it. Aaron's face just went
all that people
white.
stuff was boring.
That's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Are you saying, like Jaws, we will care if some of the people get stepped on?
Yeah. It's no Meg 2 or anything where, you know, what's his name is fighting with a samurai sword.
This is, once again, look at, why didn't you send me the link? I did send it to you. It's in our private or message you in Twitter. It's sitting right there. I sent you the link.
It's in Kings as well.
Yeah, it's also in Kings. It's everywhere that you want to be, David Williams.
Except for in his personal mailbox.
So I just think he's stalling because he's still, you know.
Yeah, well, he's trying to make me look bad. It's
He's
supposed
still
to be
a
my
goofball,
night,
so
and he's trying to make me
stalling.
look bad. So, you know,
So
you guys.
Are you,
guys
using the segue to look at my and Kelsey's artwork again?
It is pretty stellar. Worth the price of the book.
Well, we'll go back and look at it many times tonight. I can guarantee you that. You guys are Frazetta fans, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, another thing we like to do on this show is we have like the Frazetta image of the day. Let's take a look at this one. See what you guys think of this.
Wow.
Okay. First of all, does anybody do horses better than Frazetta? No.
I was thinking that myself.
But he did that in 1995. He was well into his 60s at that point.
Oh, I thought he was dead by then. When
Someone
I was
goes
like, that is the best painting I've ever seen.
Yeah, he painted it from the grave.
Oh,
If anybody,
That's what I just saw. The real Headless Horseman.
Gary,
Yeah,
do you
I
remember?
don't think I've ever seen that piece.
It's in one of the latter books that they put out of his artwork. I think his wife published one book in the 90s, and I think it was just called like Frazetta Book 1 or something. And that's all they did. It had some like a maniac with a bloody butcher in his hand. He was walking through the snow, and there was some blood around him or some dead bodies or something. And
what are you talking about?
All right, I'll get it.
Well, I mean, this is at a weird time for Frazetta. Like he was doing a lot of stuff in the 90s, little spot illustrations. Like the only one I really remembered was the one he did for Billy Tucci for She. And it was great. I loved his design for it. It just looked like just a Frazetta painting of She. I mean, it was great, but it was so simple. Oh, wow.
Okay. See, I remember that, but I don't remember your description of a guy with
Look at it's a crazy guy with a bloody
walking through the snow
in the snow.
Yeah, that's accurate description.
I just didn't have the dogs here, but I think that that piece is in here. The
See, it makes me wonder what happened in that house that he's now out in the snow with a butcher's knife.
Yeah.
Did he kill his wife? Did he what's going on?
He missed somebody.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay, so this came out after that Illustrations Arcanum. Remember, we were all blown away like 92 or 93 when that book of all his pencil drawings came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this is after that.
Didn't they have those originals at San Diego's booth when we were too scared to go up and talk to him?
You didn't talk to him?
What you were displaying were those pencil drawings that you're talking about?
They had some of that, and they had some roughs. They had a couple paintings. They had a bunch of different stuff. Well, he was like sequestered in the back of this booth, and there was a curtain back there. You couldn't just barge in and go, "Hey, Frank."
I would have peeked my head in there. It's like, do your eyes hurt? What?
Henry Bemis asked me earlier, and I missed it. That he said, "Are you aware of how much those?" That particular copy of Famous Funnies that you based your Kit Carter drawing on, how much that goes for. And I am well aware of it. You would think those Buck Rogers covers that Frazetta did would all sort of be in the same price range, but they are not. I spent $3,500 on one earlier this year. The one that you copied, just a nice copy, like 7 or 8 graded, $50,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So I won't be getting that anytime soon.
Well, not unless Kit Carter hits 200 grand tonight. Let's do it. Let's get
Help
him
me
that
buy
book.
Frazetta. Back Kit Carter. What, I just chase everybody off. It's just me and Bigfoot, and Gary went straight to his emoji.
Hey.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm live streaming, so that's the sound you hear in the background.
Oh.
You're what?
He's not referring to us. He didn't mute himself. He's talking to
Yeah,
somebody
I'm on
else.
the air right now, and
He
they're
muted the
mocking
phone
me
and
for
kept
talking
us
to you.
on. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
see?
great.
He doesn't-
Oh, let me get back.
You can mute yourself, Gary, if you want to have a private conversation.
All right, well, text me on your choice. All right. Okay, bye.
Steak or chicken? That's what is it?
Oh my gosh. Gary, you're aware.
Professional show business.
Now, wait a minute. You're aware that when you cancel your picture, we can still hear you, right?
I'm just confirming what I told you that,
Oh, okay.
talking to my brother about a meeting, that it wasn't some kind of, I don't have some crazy liaison with, a sporting woman or anything.
Come on, suspend our disbelief just a little.
Yeah, really. You can tell us anything, Gary, and we'd believe it.
I know that's a trouble.
Look at David Williams found his link. How about that? And it's the Graybeards. It's the Graybeards crew, right back together again. How about that?
Hey, you guys see that video? I put out a little short.
I
testing out some
did.
shorts for us.
Of
I
you
reposted
burning crayon.
Yeah, when we talk about that, you setting your artwork on fire, nobody believes it, but now it's
That's
Undeniable.
right. We always should do a plug for Graybeard. If you want to see stuff burn, check out Graybeard's Wednesdays at 1:00 Pacific time, right here on this very channel. You'll see the four of us.
I downloaded all the videos, and there's so much in like every one of them. There's probably a ton of these. So if you want to post them on yours too, I can send you the file.
Yeah.
You could just repost it. I don't think that matters, right?
No,
No,
shouldn't.
I don't think so.
I'll probably get warnings that you guys are taking my stuff, and then I can penalize you. Have your channel struck. I'll take all their money. Thank you.
Yeah, get all that ad revenue that's coming in. 30 cents a month that comes in from that.
I still see it's funny because I don't care if anybody uses my stuff. In fact, I make some of the shorts public domain or whatever, so they can just cut them up and use them in any way they want. But I'll get notices every once in a while, and it's always Ethan playing the Liam on trial thing that I did a long time ago, where Tom Cruise is cross-examining Liam, which I love. I think that's one of my favorite videos.
I'm not. I get all these ideas, then I have to realize that. Wait a minute, I got to take time to actually edit this and put this together, and I don't even know if my editing program will do this. And then that's it. And so it never gets past the. Oh, that's a great idea, Aaron, in stage. So
yeah, my problem is I'm just lazy. I could totally do it, but well,
you do more than I do video wise. You're always producing little fun little things.
Yeah, I'm getting back to it. I want to. There's a whole a video style that I'd like to try out. And I don't know. We'll see. But I don't want to rush it either because, I feel this pressure to do a video every other day or every week or do live streams, and it's the pressure to just do something, and then you're not happy really with some of it, and it's just forget all this. I'm going to put out just stuff I'm proud of. So it may take a little more time to do it, but it'll be a lot better when I do. So
basically, Kelsey's telling you that Kit Carter's going to be late.
Well, no, that's why the videos are going to be later. Got real work to do.
Abra's 2 cents is here. Hey, Abra, good to see you. Had her on the show a couple of weeks ago. Charming lass that she is. Let's see here.
She's only giving you 2 cents worth.
Well,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take at this point. I'll take 2 cents.
I'm curious of what how much more she's got.
You got change for 100?
He's still got 98 cents he hasn't even used yet. I'm I'm a little concerned that she has not posted a review of Wraith of God yet, which means I think she's one of those people that only posts reviews if she likes stuff. So maybe she's
Sounds like
secretly
somebody's
telling me
getting
something.
nervous.
I don't think I've heard a single bad review of that, but Abra doesn't do hers in a timely manner, and suddenly you're like, I failed. I'm a failure.
Well, she did a dramatic reading of Malin's Little Black Riding Hood, and right the second it came out. But me, she just kind of pushes off to the side.
Well, Malin probably threatened her life, so
That
she had
could
to get
be
it out
true.
quick.
You might be onto something there. That could be actually very true. Oh my gosh. So, Kelsey.
Yeah.
I ask you this all the time, but now have you fit in Shank on your mental schedule?
There's not much room on my mental schedule. A little bit of space.
I was going to say it's probably finished based on his mental schedule.
Yeah. It's already like nailed down story wise, and I hammered out most of like all my main characters. And lately, when I get a free time, I'm working out. It's like He-Man with all the characters, where all the baddies have some unique design, like everything is toyetic, just because I love that, no throwaway character, I love that kind of stuff. So just in my spare time, I'll come up with like a pun for a name, some sort of like Catcuss, which is a cat mixed with a cactus. And I'll draw that up, and so like I'm just filling out the world with unique characters right now, and then while I'm working on Nexus and Kick Harder and getting all this stuff wrapped up for the new year, and then I'm gonna be jamming on it shortly. Why?
Well, because I keep seeing like you post things like the villain. Who was the thing you just posted on Twitter? The guy had like a
I showed that off on the show. That was Ramdon. Random.
Oh, that was a while ago, right? Yeah, it wasn't last week, but you showed it before. That's right, Ramdon. He could laugh about that.
Probably not a big character, but just somebody he'll face off with. It'll be funny. It'll be fun. Ramdon. Yeah. So
is your goal to get it all done first and then fund it, or are you going to fund it and then do it?
No, I want to get hopefully like a good 50 to 75% of it done. It's like 64 pages is my rough goal, give or take. But I don't know. I still believe in the power of like I don't want this to be just a completely pre-order machine. I mean, the whole point of crowdfunding is to give us the ability to make these books. If you like them, help us fund it and make them. So if I know this book will do well, so I'm just trying to get it done and get it out there, and then like hopefully I'll have built up some cred and people will like the stories that I do, and I can say, look, this is the kind of book I want to do now. Are you guys interested in this? And we'll throw it out there and see. And if it's, doing really well, I'll jam on it. I don't know. Part of me really just wants to get it done too, and just get it out there. The moment the thing ends, boom, you get it out to the crowd's hands, because there's a lot of waiting around. And I feel that, man. I hated waiting on books when I was expecting them in my Image Comics fan days. So
yeah, that it is. I feel kind of bad when it takes like a year to complete a project, right? Like Blood Hunters was 108 pages, and it took me basically a year to do it. And I was like, man, these guys have the patience of Job. If I could just figure out a way to work faster, but still provide the quality that these people deserve, and get more books out.
Who was it asking me where? Oh, David Alicia saying, is that his name? Alicia was where Scribble's book. It's just about finished wrapping up. I've been kind of dragging my feet on it because Phil and Brandon couldn't get to it until the end of the holidays. So as soon as we get into the new year, we're gonna like hustle and get that done. So they're on board. And
so the Diaz brothers will be fulfilling this for you and fulfilling it. Great.
I like those guys. I trust them. They've done really well with like Cash Grab and other stuff. And you know, yeah, I like them a lot. And you know, I can also kick their butts if they if they mess up. So I know where they live.
Abra's stirring up trouble in the chat. What do you mean these people, Aaron? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Hey, I got a question for Kelsey.
Oh man, whose day is it? Mine?
No, because we were talking about Shank.
Oh, okay.
And you posted one on Instagram with him with this dog creature.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's grub.
Yeah, you said you used pen, ink, crayon, and markers and pencil. I can't see where the crayon is.
The crayon is that in the blacks. There's like this, you know, like the Conte crayon kind of look coming out of the shadows, and then you can't color on top of that stuff unless you do the matte medium, and even then, I haven't found it to work great. Maybe it has something to do with the airbrush creating a nice texture on the paper, but when I'm brushing it on, I don't know, it doesn't seem to work the same. So, but that's a photocopy. Like I did it just like the way they do it for the color comps. You know, like Joe Chowdo or whatever his name is would do those. Yeah, he would do those marker renderings. So I was like, let's see what this looks like, because I love seeing those color comps. I love the way those look, and they have like a texture to them. And also those Marvel X-Men cards that Jim Lee did, they were hand painted by Paul Mounts. And also the where is it? Up here, I can't reach it.
You'd have to move. You'd have to move.
Right?
Like,
I can't reach it. He just
well, it's the Steve Rude, Ken Stacy,
Space Ghost,
and I'm like, I just love the look of this hand done.
This is easily as good as anything you've done digitally. This is really cool.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and plus, you know, right now with all everybody, it was all digital. And you know, I would look through my Instagram feed, and it would be like everybody's just doing digital. There'd be a couple guys doing hand done, and man, I love going there now because everybody is doing hand done stuff. Everybody is painting. Everybody's pulling the brushes out and inking and doing weird stuff. Oh, it feels so good. It's like a renaissance, you know.
You started it. You started it on Graybirds, and now people are copying us. See,
I just think it's in the air. Especially with the whole AI thing, and
it's this pushback, right? This artistic pushback. We're going old school.
Well, it's making me want to be a little more raw with my stuff too, so that you can see the artist's hand in it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it 8.5 by 11?
The printout, yeah. So it is kind of small, but man, I couldn't imagine doing ink or marker rendering on a 11 by 17. You know, I'd just paint it at that point.
McShort says, Aaron, just got your book the other day. Dude, you need to do an entire Garbage Man book. Well, I did do the entire Garbage Man book, which is the Garbage Man trade paperback. If you don't have that, check that out. If not, boy, see, that's the thing. You get a couple of characters, and some people say, hey, do this book or do that. And you're like, well, do I have enough people to actually support me doing an entire Garbage Man project, or is he relegated to backup stories? I don't know. We shall see going forward, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Look at Henry Bemis. He says he thinks Kelsey and Gary convinced Rini to go back to traditional. Is she going back to full traditional?
I was on her show last week, and we were talking about that quite a bit.
Once again, she appears on our show. We make her draw with a pen, and look what's happening.
We're trying to erase people's memory of that. And
yeah, that's true. Because she destroyed it. I mean, I didn't know. I thought. Okay, not necessarily on the show, but I thought she could, do it. But damn, I mean, like, come on. I mean,
it was funny because we all kind of like downshifted. We're just like, oh, we'll play nice.
Yeah.
She revved up and went into fourth gear on us.
Like, I guess I shouldn't have held back. You know, I was holding back.
Yeah, well, we all were trying to be gentlemen, old school, you know, and look what happened to us. Duck Bacon for $4.99. Thank you, Duck. Appreciate it. He says, hey, Aaron, it turns out it wasn't a scam. I got my copies of Wraith of God. Who knew? They're beautiful. Great work. Thank you. I appreciate you supporting the campaign, man. I'm glad they got there safely. But yeah,
Well, what's this reputation that he's referring to that he thought your campaign was dubious?
Well, not just mine. The whole thing was that Comicsgate was a grift and money laundering and all this kind of stuff.
I got an entire show.
No, I think it was just yours.
You think it was just mine?
Here is Comicsgate right there, like all of that, and I think I got a bunch more scattered around. So I mean, and I hadn't even bought even a fraction of what has come out. So I mean, what kind of grift actually puts out thousands of books? I mean,
Exactly.
I know that's the.
They're just waiting to get to Aaron's. Yeah, it's all a setup.
Yeah.
To Aaron's.
All right, Aaron. Here's your chance to not have to do anything.
That's right. I'm
laid the groundwork.
Everybody. I think I have produced enough product on time for you guys. Now I'm going to start the grift.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at Bancroft says he's got 2 full shelves and he's fairly picky.
There he is. Yeah. And that's a lot of shipping right there.
Mm-hmm.
Australia. Jeez, that's expensive.
Indeed.
Art of Roy says Rini sold a simple drawing on a recent auction for over $2,000. So on paper, art pays. Yeah, Rini's got assets that we can't compete with. that help drive those numbers up.
You delivered that so perfect.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I can probably put something together, but you know.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play as well. Yeah, there's Kevin Thomas. He says it's the grift that keeps on giving. So.
my favorite rumor was that there was only like $200,000 that we were passing between everybody.
Right,
like,
right. To make it seem like all of you had these successful campaigns.
Right.
Like, no one ever got the money.
Work?
It just floated around on the internet. It was like Vegas, you know, they just kept it going between casinos or something. And
yeah, I have the night shift at the gas station up on the corner. I gotta get soon. You know.
Night shift in the gas station.
Yeah. Well, that's coming. That's my fallback.
Actually, when I was in college, I did that. I worked at 7-Eleven in the graveyard shift. That was
that's dangerous living.
It was dangerous. I got held up twice.
Oh, like with a gun? I mean, the guys with the
one was a knife and another one was a gun.
Oh my god!
Well, you enjoyed that story, huh?
Oh, there's more where that came from. Brian Norton says you guys aren't good at grifting. It seems. Yeah, we're trying to grift and we keep screwing it up by delivering our products.
Yeah, you accidentally mailed it out.
We're like those guys on Office Space who's like, we're smart. How come we can't figure out? I mean, there's like mobsters do this, you know, and morons. We're like computer scientists and we can't figure out this grift. What the hell?
I'm still trying to figure out how money laundering works.
Oh, well, that's like, you ever see a furniture store that nobody is ever in?
Yeah.
You know, all over the place.
Yeah.
That's laundering money. They're putting money into this stuff. It goes through the system, comes back out in the form of profit, and that's clean money. That's new bills and all that. That's what laundering money is.
There's a Hawaiian barbecue joint in Beaverton that's been open for years, and I've never seen a single car in their parking lot. Ever. Every time I drive by, I check it out, and the lights are on. People are in there, but nobody in the parking lot. And it's been literally open for years.
It's the Chinese mafia.
Yeah, well, there was a Chinese like strip mall kind of Chinese buffet type thing, and over by where my daughter used to dance when she was in junior high and high school. And I used to go to, there was like a little postal annex there, and I knew the lady there really, really well. She's since passed away, unfortunately, but she would always come in and say, Chinese restaurant, they're laundering money up there. That's all mob stuff. There's no, no one ever goes in there and eats. You ever see anybody in there eating? I'm like, no. She's like, they just launder money.
No. They're not laundering money. There's Chinese gambling in the back room. That's what that is.
Right. So they're actually making money the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, little games of Mahjong back there or whatever.
Yeah.
The New York bodegas.
Yeah.
He's selling like cocaine in the back or all that kind of weird stuff.
Yeah, what was that movie with oh man, I can't remember now, but they explained the bodegas. Like, you ever see them stores where they got like the cobwebs and the shelves and stuff like that? They're selling weed.
Yeah.
Well, now it's not illegal, so they don't have to like hide it, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, they're selling more illicit stuff now.
What's their excuse now? Yeah.
That's right. Weed isn't fun anymore now that it's legal. We got to go
sell children.
Crazier.
Half baked. Yeah. Birdman.
Let's take a look at my campaign. Since we are closing it out tonight, that's kind of what we're here for. So,
I was going to suggest it's about time we look at my and Kelsey's artwork again.
Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let's do a little refresher. See, we were at 793 backers when the evening started. Survey says 802.
Hey.
Backers. Look at that. We're over 78 grand. Thank you guys very much. We're on our way to 80. That's our goal. If you're just joining us, we have a huge audience right now. Thank you so much, guys. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. We provide this kind of raucous entertainment on a weekly basis right here, so you don't want to miss out on any of those shows. So the way to do that is to hit the like and subscribe. Then you get those little notifications when we schedule a show. So
Randy's asking, when does karaoke begin? And I'm going to say, oh no. I caught a little bit of y'all's show last night.
Did you last night?
Yeah,
I wasn't prepared for that.
Holy moly.
Ethan posted a link, and I was like, yeah, I'll go see what's cooking. And it was just me and him, and he's got me singing karaoke.
What are you talking about? You just dismissed that I was there?
Well, you came in later. And then
I was there. No, I was there during the karaoke.
Not the first one you weren't, when we sang Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yeah, Aaron was like, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
I missed that.
He's all falsetto.
Somebody sent me a message and said, this was at the same time the worst and best live stream you've ever done. Then we watched the Liberace Christmas special.
God. Oh, that's probably fun.
I wish my brother George was here.
I like it when they watch old shows. What does he call that? Somebody in chat knows.
Yeah, his in Celevision.
In Celevision. Yeah, I like that. All the public domain stuff. That's great.
We did that once in the Professionals. We watched The Terror of Tiny Town, which was the first all midget Western.
Oh.
That was good. That was good. You don't want to miss that one, baby.
That kind of upsets me. I did not know that existed. I had this whole idea. I drove out to West Texas, and as you go, the trees get shorter and shorter, and there's a point where they look like normal trees, but they're shorter than I am.
Yeah,
and I had this whole idea to do a movie with little people and have them direct it, act in it, produce. I would just produce it and I'd set everything. And I just wanted this photo where I was laying like long ways on the ground, and I just had like all the crew like all around. I just think that.
Man,
like Gulliver's Travels or something.
And you came up with all. You came up with all that just by seeing short trees.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't have a story, just an idea. And sometimes that's all you need is the, passion.
Well, you know what Billy Tucci says? Billy says that they've eliminated midgetism or whatever it's called, because if they see it in kids, they'll give them HGH now, the human growth hormone, and it eliminates it. So there's still dwarfism, but the people that were like midgets, which are just basically super tiny, regular proportioned people, that doesn't exist anymore.
Isn't midget derogatory towards them? Don't they say?
Well, they don't exist anymore, so how can it be?
No, they still exist.
But,
but the ones that
you see them occasionally look just very, very. They look like normal size, proportion, I should say, just smaller. And then dwarfism is where they have the shorter arms and legs, right?
I just got clipped again. Midgetism, laughing my ass off. No, but they shot this movie in the 30s. It was The Terror of Tiny Town, but they shot it on a regular, sized Western set. So you got these little people that walking underneath the saloon doors because they were too tall.
Oh, that's great!
They were all riding ponies. Oh, it was good stuff. Man.
I love it. Now, see, I could talk because I have the reverse of that. I have gigantism. I'm part of the family, just a different branch.
Okay.
So those trees that you passed were actually normal size.
Oh, that's true. That could be. But there's like, as you keep going, they do get smaller. There's a video I want to do so bad. I'm going to go ahead and ruin the illusion because nobody's going to remember that. But we have different sized trees out here, and I want to do a bit where I grow big and start attacking the trees because we got some that look like real trees, just shorter.
I had a job as a milkman delivering, those little half-pint cartons of milk to schools and to elementary schools, and then every once in a while I have to use the elementary school restrooms, and the urinals are like a foot off the floor.
You have to like squat or like go.
No, I felt like a giant. It's like trying to target practice. Trying to hit the bullseye.
I just imagine Gary like looking for the lock on the door. Like, how can he just?
Angela Curry wants me to use. I'm sorry, Angela Curry wants me to use midgetism in a sentence. For $5, Troy Brisbane, thank you. Not job, but happy. Wraith of God shipped back to KC. Gary must be talking about the Hawaiian place next to Uwajimya. Never seen.
Wajimaya, yeah, that's a Japanese grocery store. It's right across the street from that. So Troy, you know your Beaverton.
Oh my gosh.
Right across the street.
Midgetism sounds like one of those Jeff Foxworthy words where he's like, yaunt to. We can go around back if you want to, like midgetism. I can't think of one. There's something there. I know there's.
Kevin Thomas refers to that classic movie, The Milkman Always Rings Twice. Oh.
Yeah. Is there a little person in that one? Oh, the milkman.
The people that say the word midget, they say it's a derogatory term, but I never heard anybody go, "Yo, what up, my midget?"
No, then it would be a pejorative then at that point, right? They haven't taken it back. See, they need to take it back.
Yeah.
Well, they're putting it in hip hop songs and
Well, I heard that the Washington Redskins were considering changing the name of the football team to the Washington Midgets, but
I just opened up a whole other can of worms.
This is what Graybeard Studio is like every week, Wednesdays at 1 o'clock Pacific time, except we're drawing while we're doing this.
On that note, I need to head out to the movie theater. I will give you a review on Graybeards on Wednesday.
And wait, don't forget tomorrow. Give me your choices for the
before you leave, Gary. Remember when you were talking about the low urinals?
Yep.
In that time when we were and there were the low urinals, and you said, "Man, this water's cold," and I said, "Yeah, and it's deep too."
Oh, yeah.
What?
You'll get it later.
Still waters run deep here. I'm not sure what that was about.
You'll get it later.
I was trying to forget that. Thank you for reminding me.
Now everybody's going to leave, not just Gary.
All right. Good luck tonight.
All right. Thanks, Gary.
And hey, everybody in the chat, if you haven't already, back this book. It's going to be awesome. You will miss out if you don't. So see you guys.
Thank you, sir.
I think he needs a luck. He's going to go watch a Godzilla movie. Who knows how that's going to turn out?
You're just really bagging on the Godzilla, man. I don't know.
Somebody said I like to be the what do they call them? Naysayer? Harbinger of doom. No. I just typically I don't do it on purpose. My tastes just run opposite of everyone else on the planet, I think.
Well, it all started with that manga stuff, and now look where we're at.
That's true. I thought I was contrarian. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not. I swear, I'm not a contrarian. Not on purpose.
It is never my intention to be a contrarian, and yet here I am.
Well, it's like those Star Wars movies. Everybody's ragging on them, so I like to every once in a while say, I don't mind them. Yeah. And they're like, what? And I'm like, they remind me of like crappy Italian sci-fi knockoffs that are just the most expensive Italian knockoffs ever made. So just don't think of them as a Star Wars movie and you'll be fine.
Now,
there's only 3, in my opinion. There's only 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
The rest are fan films and revisionist fiction and all this other trash. So
yeah, I would agree with you. I agree.
Makes life a lot easier.
Did you ever see the classic Italian film Tentacles, guest starring Henry Fonda as the American?
You sure that wasn't a Japanese anime?
No.
Tentacles?
I've been accused. No, you haven't seen Tentacles?
No.
Okay,
no.
let me pull up the old.
I watch a lot of like old Italian sci-fi, but not like a lot of the horror. That's kind of like straddling both.
Well, this was kind of like a Jaws ripoff, of course.
Their horror stuff can like scar you for life. So I try to stay away from it. I'll watch Bava horror, but like not Lucio Fulci or somebody like that. I mean, that stuff is like watching a car accident in slow motion. It'll scar you.
All right, take a look at this.
Now, I do. Paul Brillhart says I have the director's cut of Star Crash on Blu-ray. I do.
I don't even know what that is. Okay, now this is
Caroline Monroe. Oh, I know this poster. Okay.
Yeah, you know who did it? Drew Struzan. This is an early Struzan poster.
Wow, that's great.
I love that octopus. The chick ain't that great looking, but he could have done better on the girl. But the octopus is awesome.
It's great to see that he was not that good.
Well, it doesn't look like he's using his color pencil technique. He's straight up like painting.
This looks like oil paints.
Yeah, it almost looks like a James Gurney piece.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's almost like before he did his Linedecker-y type thing.
Yeah. I dig it, man. That guy's done so much.
I know, it's incredible.
I forget that he did the ILM logo. Remember that with the guy with the top hat and he's got the magician.
Yep.
Yeah, he did that too.
Yeah. So this had Henry Fonda in it, and who was that blonde guy that was in a lot of cheesy movies? A Bo something. I think he was
from the Land of the Lost stuff, or no. Land That Time Forgot. That guy.
No, that's Doug McClure. You think every time I bring somebody up, you're like, is that Doug McClure? I'm like,
that guy's my hero. I love Doug McClure.
I think Shirley Winters was in this too.
Bo Svensson.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
yeah, that guy. Remember they did Walking Tall. The first version of Walking Tall was Joe Don Baker, but then in the sequels was this guy. The blonde Bo, what's his face?
Doug McClure.
Yeah. I'm looking up the
Brian Norton. Brian Norton says Bo Jackson.
No,
Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley.
That's it. Let's see. John Huston was in it.
Oh,
he did not direct it. Bo
One
Hopkins.
of my favorite murderers.
Bo Hopkins. That's who is the guy I'm trying to think of. Bo Hopkins. So Shelley Winters, Henry Fonda, John Huston, and then a couple of Italian dudes, and then Bo Hopkins was in it. But it was an Italian-made, Jaws ripoff with a.
How was the octopus?
What was the octopus?
How was it? Like, was it the effects on it? Was it just was it just like a rubber octopus and they were like slinging the arms around? Oh,
well, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. As like, what was that in
Ed Wood, right? Yeah.
Ed Wood, where Bela Lugosi's taking the thing.
Exactly.
It wasn't great, I can tell you that. But when you're a little kid, you think it's pretty cool.
I imagine it being like crocodile level, maybe. Big puppet.
Well, wait a minute.
Some articulation.
You mean alligator?
Or alligator.
What John Sayles movie with Doug McClure in it?
Yes. One of the greatest movie posters. I love that poster. It freaks me out every time I see it. Really?
I do.
Dude,
speaking of posters, are you going to make that Kit Carter piece that's on the background of poster?
What on the background? You mean the
of this stream
with Smegma? I mean Smagma.
With
Schmag.
Schmag. He's Jewish. Schmagma.
Get it right. No, how many posters do you think I need to make? Jeez.
You got to source all this too.
How many posters do you got? Did you?
Well, I'm doing the insert movie poster, which is 14 by 36.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. How are you doing?
How are you going to ship that?
He's going to roll it in a tube, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How are you going to paint this piece?
There it is. Right. Wait a minute. Hang on. There it is. There's my color comp for it. Okay.
Are you approaching this Struzan style? You're going to lay down some gesso and like do some color pencil and all that? Or are you doing like, how are you doing this?
Well, I was going to do this oil paints and just go kind of like old 50s look, 60s, looking. And Shelley was like, I did a thing on a profile on, oh, doggone it. Who was the guy that, the movie poster artist, Richard Amsel last week. And she was like, you should do that. Because he basically would go in and lay down flat gouache, and then he'd color pencil over the top of it.
Yeah.
So
easy peasy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might, I'm probably going to start in oils. And if I screw it up, I'll go to the other style.
Is that kind of like what Dave Finch was doing? How we were going all crazy for that?
Yeah. That's almost exactly what.
But the oils are, I mean, from what I know about it, it's very similar to at least how I use gouache, where you're laying it on kind of thick and then you can wet it and move it around. I hear oils is the same way. If you got the turpentine, you can actually I used to be obsessed with Dave Dorman, and I was like, how does he get those effects? Well, he's dropping turpentine on it. He's wiping it off back to the white.
Well, there's two styles that I learned, and one of them was like the master style, like Rembrandt and those guys, what they used, which is basically you glaze down and scumble up. And what that means is you take you take a thinner layer of paint, right? And let's say you're doing like somebody's face. So you lay in your flat color or whatever. And
like
then
underpainting,
yeah. And then you take quick dry white paint and you kind of dry brush it and you put in the highlights. Okay. So if there's a highlight on the forehead or the cheek or the nose or whatever, you work it right. And then you glaze that back down again. And then you take the white quick dry and you scumble, basically, which is dry brush your highlight over the top, and you build up the highlight, and then you glaze it back down. Then you build up the highlight and glaze it back down. And that way you create these sort of layers. It's a really sort of long process.
Scumble sounds like what I do when the police show at my front door.
Yeah. I'm stumbling out the back door.
Scumble. That's interesting.
That's like too many processes just to get to a certain look that you want. That's why I'm
right. It looks really, really nice though, but it is time consuming. And then of course there's just the alla prima, right, where you're just laying wet on wet and trying not to get too muddy.
Anus Holic says sounds annoying.
I sent both of you guys this guy who's doing some painting with some anime paints. Did you hear about that?
Anime paints? That sounds like dollar store stuff.
I sent it to you. I sent it to both you and Kelsey to look at.
I'll have to look. I've seen guys do that on cells. You mean like cell paint?
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was cell vinyls, but they don't do cell vinyls anymore. So I'm thinking they're repackaging the name and just making it this new anime paint. And this guy who's a real painter was just trying them out, and he loves them. He was like raving over them.
Interesting.
He doesn't do anime painting. He doesn't do anime drawings per se.
Look. Go back to your cover by Chris. What's his name? Chris Stevens. Fantastic piece. But if you were to do it gouache with the pencil, wouldn't it be very similar to this piece?
Yeah, but you'd have more texture in it, I think. I mean, he uses this weird combination of like gouache, acrylic, marker. He has a lot of marker. He uses white paint. It's the weirdest thing. And then he colors over the top of the white paint.
Oh, okay. I do that sometimes.
I think he also uses the occult and magic. Also
Yeah.
To conjure this thing.
Probably right.
No,
he does a pentagram on the floor and he gets in the belly. His eyes roll in the back of his head and his hand just moves.
Yeah. So no, he's this is like an amazing technique that he's developed, and it's like even when he's explaining it to me, I'm just like, "What? You do what?"
I had to watch that show twice, and I still didn't get what he said.
Yeah, he keeps threatening to do a like a tutorial, but we'll see.
I understand that to a certain degree because doing a lot of experimentation and stuff, sometimes the color you want doesn't go over your base color. Like that, see how he's got that bright light hitting her on their chest and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's where it fades into the blue. Sometimes you might not get the color you want. So if you did that with white first, and it creates like a base that you can color anything on top of. I'll do that sometimes as a edge lighting, and then add a little bit of color with the color pencil or watercolor or something to kind of fade it to white.
Well, what are you using for your white?
Just anything and everything. I got
dollar store white paint.
I do have that. That's not as cool. I got this stuff right here. The app. It's like stuff you get at the school. Like let me zoom in. Wait, where is it? Yeah, Apple Barrel matte white. And it works pretty good. A lot better than I thought it would, honestly. But I love these pens. I like these Una pens, but they don't work great over paint. From Uni Pasca. That's what it is. And then
those Pasca, some of my favorites.
Yeah, I love good Pasca.
Doesn't Chris use those to do his remarks on his prints? Those Uni paint, whatever things you just showed.
I don't know actually, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Just nod and agree.
Yeah, David, that's exactly what he does. Good call, man. Marcus Killigrew says it's from the crafts department. It's an acrylic. Okay. So
yeah, I watched this whole thing on the guy that does all the painted backgrounds, or at least he's one of the oldest guys on the crew for Miyazaki movies. And you notice he's always got really elaborate, beautifully painted, what I assumed was gouache, because they have kind of a watercolory part of it, and then some opaque with the leaves and things like that, and forest scenes. And it turns out it's just done with cheap poster paint. And they because they didn't have a lot of money back in the day, and the guy just got used to it. And so they still, up until recently, I guess they're doing it digital probably, but I'm sure some of it's still done by hand. But it's just poster paint. They come in like these big tubes like this. This is like a poster paint. That's all it is, just colored and poster paint and technique. And it looks amazing. There's a video of it on YouTube. You can check it out.
Once again, you brilliantly take crap supplies and turn them into art. It's amazing talent you have.
Well, that's not me. That's Miyazaki. I'm like, hey, if it's good enough for Miyazaki's people, good enough for me.
You should have your own like show where you go like the Dollar Tree or something and buy art supplies and show kids how they can actually.
I thought that would be really fun to like. I had this idea for a whole other channel that I may still do if I had more time, but I'd love to do one where it wasn't a lot of talking or comments or anything. It would just be like music and then drawing, like a very simple line art drawing for a coloring book, where you're teaching them kind of like how to draw Mario or whatever, and you just draw like a nice simple thing, and then you put the file in the description to download, and you color it with the color pencil, color crayons like we did.
Mm-hmm.
And then you make the file available to download and color themselves, like for kids. I always thought that'd be like a fun, and you just do that over and over. It's just a very simple thing, for coloring kids, hopefully teach them art and things like that, or at least the interest in art, our future generations. To take over this great business that we've cultivated.
Exactly. So let me wait a minute here.
Kelraiser says, "Hell, I'd watch the show. Forget the kids." Yeah, yeah. But I mean, for anybody that likes, I still like coloring with crayons. Obviously, we just did a whole show. I thought it was fun.
Let me take a second here and pimp the campaign. We're doing a closeout stream for Kit Carter Planet Doom graphic novel. It's 64 pages, 8.5 by 11. Full-sized graphic novel, 64 pages, like they used to do, Marvel used to do in their 1980s graphic novel series. Same format. You've got a hardcover right here that's signed and numbered limited edition. This is by me and our own Kelsey Shannon, and he'll also be coloring the interior of the book. This comes signed and numbered by me, not by Kelsey, and it also has a insert art gallery in the back of this that's not in the soft cover. But you can get the soft cover right here. We're just talking about the great Chris Stevens painted, almost pulp-esque looking cover.
Beautiful.
Look at that. This is pencils by me, inks by Matt Ryan, colors by Kelsey Shannon. This is the first page of the book. How could you not be excited to read this?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I love that it's Kirby style. You got splash page, double page spread.
That's right. And so this is that's me and Matt, and this is me, Matt, and Kelsey. This is what the final art will look like, of course. I spoke of the gallery in the hardcover. This is one of the pieces that will be in there. Gary's tribute to Frazetta, and colored by our own Kelsey Shannon, which of course,
now
one more thing I got to pay him for.
Make Gary pay.
Oh, I should. And because he demanded it. Kelsey also will be coloring this. I don't know if I got the final piece for this yet or not. That's why I haven't put up the colored version, because I don't think Kelsey's quite done with it. Are you?
No.
You don't even remember, do you?
No, this one was a tough one, but I got to fix up her helmet and do the gun, and I think that's it.
Okay.
I can throw it in there tonight, and you can get it up there after the campaign closes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, there's probably a relatively decent chance it'll be going into demand. You just never know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can get T-shirts as well. You can get this wonderful 32-page, 8.5 by 11 sketchbook, full color, of course, with all just my Kit Carter sketchbook drawings over the years. We just talked about the movie poster, the 14 by 36 inch insert movie poster. This is the color rough. It's not the finished painting, but it is the finished layout. So this is what you'll be getting. Just it'll look better. Hopefully.
I like that look.
You can also get Kit Carter laser etched shot glasses to go with your Wraith of God and your Garbage Man shot glasses. Stretch goals. How about this? We have the Imperious trading card by David Williams. We have the Power Blaster trading card by David Williams. And we have the Lord Menace trading card once we hit 80 by me. And of course, when we get to 100, the Mr. Midnight trading card. Just tons of trading cards to add to your already growing Empire Comics trading card collection. We've got add-ons, Garbage Man trade paperback, Power Cube trade paperback, Wraith of God #1 second print with the new cover. Or you can even get a Blood Hunters if you missed that campaign, which I'd like to add, there's only 28 books or orders from being completely done shipping out. So
wow.
Fulfillment will be completed on Monday. Let's do a refresher if you don't mind. Even if you do mind, I'm doing it. 78.9. Oh my gosh, we're like a backer away from 79. Let's do it, folks. Let's do it. Help a fella out. All right, you guys. I'm going to play a little game, if you don't mind. I did this with David years ago, although I don't think it's the same choices because.
Is it a drinking game?
No. It's a comic book related. Wait, I got to find my master files for a second. Hang on. I don't want to start something I can't finish.
I think Jeff Potts is begging for a cannonball.
Wait a minute. What am I missing here? Jim Cox, backer 900. Thank you. Jeff Potts, can we get one signed by Kelsey instead? Here's a special signature just for you. Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong one. I'm sorry. I don't want to blow up Jim Cox. We want to make sure we get the right guy.
There we go.
Okay, let me try that again. Here's a little special signature just for you, Joe. All right, I've got a. Where is it? I've got it. I see. I'm teasing playing this, and now I can't find the thing. Oh, you know what I wanted to do first? Kelsey left. He can't take it anymore. Last week on this very show, you guys, I had 2 super chats that I forgot. And so here they are. Travis Perrick for $2. Aaron is a good food mood. Is in a good food mood. And then Mighty Joe for $5. Thank you, Mighty. Said Wraith of God spoiler-free review. Blood Hunters and 1/2. Oh, I'm sorry. Blood Hunters 1 and 2. Garbage Man, Nightclub, and Kit Carter reviews, and thumbs up to Mama Lopresti's packing. Now, Mighty Joe never gave me the link to where that review was, but I assume it's on YouTube under Mighty Joe. But you guys check those out. I forgot to read those last time, and that is like, you don't do that. You don't have super chats and not read them. It's just not cool. All right, so I stalled and I still can't find what I'm looking for. So, David, you're working on a book called Fearsome right now, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little bit about it, will you? What you can tell us?
It's about this man named Eli who is going back to his hometown to be with his ailing father who's in hospice, and he is there to take care of his father's affairs. And he has a bit of narcolepsy. And when he comes into this town, it kind of accelerates his narcolepsy, but it takes him into this dream world to where he's starting to see things that were not in previous dreams that clue him into some terrible things that are happening in this town, like the death of these children. And the more he goes into this land of Nod, where he is in this dream world, something gets pulled out of him, and we get to see this character who is the hero of this story. And this is basically, just imagine if it was little Nemo grew up to become Knight Rider. Not Knight Rider, Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Oh, that would be even crazier. If he became Ghost Rider, that'd be Knight Rider, that'd be even crazier. But he becomes Ghost Rider. So so it's basically something akin to that, but a little bit more heft to it. So
this Fearsome? Yeah, I see everybody talking about it in chat.
Yeah, this is Fearsome.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Ethan Van Sciver's writing it. He's very excited and inspired.
Oh yeah, Anus Holic says, or Automan. Yeah, I like that one. Jiminy Cricket, Automan. I've seen the Automan love out there.
So there actually is a campaign up right now for the sort of preview book, right? And that's got what, 11 pages of story, then a bunch of sketch stuff and things like that in it?
Yes. Preview book, yes.
And that's on Indiegogo right now.
Yeah.
You got any new pages?
Not that I could show.
Oh, okay.
And I'm inking some right now too. So
what is that?
I'll be back, guys.
Star Crash. Wait, zoom out.
Oh, well, okay. Hang on a second.
Star Crash. You were talking about the, I don't know about director's cut, but I got Star Crash.
You know who did the movie poster?
Caroline Munro. No, I don't, but it's badass.
I know. It's like, if you don't spend any money on the film, at least spend money on the movie poster so people want to go see it.
That's how they used to do it. They used to make a great poster and then go, okay, now we sold this. What the hell are we going to do now?
Exactly.
This is a terrible movie. I don't recommend it for, except for like your hardcore fans.
Oh, speaking of hardcore, there's it's about as close as you can get to Kelsey and without actually being there.
Looks like I got wild beard hair right now. Yeah. All right.
I had this thing I call 70s Showdown, but I can't find my files for it, and it's pissing me off because it's actually a lot of fun. I give you a choice between a couple of characters from the 70s, and you tell me which one you like better and why, but it's kind of hard without the visual aids.
Oh, good point. Citizen Ronan says that poster is a ripoff of the Gauntlet Clint Eastwood movie, which I think is a Frazetta.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Frazetta did the Clint Eastwood Gauntlet movie, a poster. Not a great movie, but, it's Clint, so, what are you going to do?
I used to watch all those, like Iger Sanction and Firefox and all those, like, non-Western Clint Eastwood movies. Used to love Firefox. That needs to be updated, man. They could do a good one.
What was the one with Thunderbolt and Lightfoot with him and young Jeff Bridges?
That's a great one. That's actually who's that director?
Michael Cimino directed that.
Yeah. Who did what's that Mickey Rourke movie where he's like the cop in Chinatown? I actually got that Blu-ray too. That's a great one. That was all like shot I think that was shot like on a back lot where they recreated like New York Chinatown to a T.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about, wasn't there a movie like that with Michael Douglas?
Oh, well, no, that's Black Rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
They went to Japan for that. Yeah, they actually went to Japan.
They actually had a budget for that one.
Yeah, that's Ridley Scott did that one. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Michael
Cimino
had a tough
You're the Dragon. They got it in the chat. Chat's awesome, man.
There you go. Yeah, so that was because he had a tough time getting any work after Heaven's Gate fiasco.
What did I miss? Start all over.
We're talking movies.
Talking Michael Cimino.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate, which I've only seen like the first 15 minutes, and I realized, this is going to be one of those long haul movies, and I just wasn't ready for it. But I was watching the remaster of it according to how Cimino did it, and it was epic from like moment one. So I'm like, okay, I think that movie just got a bad rap, and I've heard that from damn near everybody that's seen like the
You're talking about Heaven's Gate?
Yeah. But it's one of those long haul movies, man. You're watching probably. It's like that movie Sergio Leone did, Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah, it was like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, well, when they recut it all the way it was supposed to be, that's the only way I've ever seen it. It's one of those you're watching somebody from when they're like a little kid to when they die. I mean, that's you're watching the whole thing. And it's about 22 years worth, or whatever.
The problem with Heaven's Gate was a couple of things. It might have ended up being a good movie. I don't think that was necessarily the issue. The issue, of course, is nobody went to see it. So it's like, I think that it was sort of maybe a good film, but not necessarily a great concept or something that necessarily made people, hey, I want to go see that. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not a big Chris Christopherson fan, and when he's your lead, I thought that was a mistake even at the time when I was a kid when that came out. I'm like, I don't want to see this. But if somebody cool had been the lead, maybe I'd.
There's this shot in it that makes me want to watch it every time I see it. And he's like sick in the bed, and all his family and all these people are like coming in the door, and he wants them all to leave. And he grabs this whip and he whips it around, and the camera pulls back to like a wide shot of the whole room. And you see the whip just come right at camera, like, and it was like, that looks like something you'd see in a, Fast and Furious movie today or something,
Well, I mean, if you look at where he got the freedom to do Heaven's Gate was because of Deer Hunter. And Deer Hunter, of course, was extremely topical at the time. It was 1977 or 78. So it was a Vietnam War film. We were just about 3 years removed from being out of Vietnam. And so it was really a hot topic. And he had, look at the people in that. He had De Niro, Christopher Walken, Meryl Streep was in that.
Christopher Walken. Yeah.
Christopher Walken was in it. And
Brad Dourif. Oh, okay.
right, it was a long film, but it was, ended up winning the Academy Award and everything. And so then they say, oh, then he gets free reign to do this. Maybe not a great idea to follow that up with the same type of long, stretched out character film that had Chris Christopherson in it. That's the lead.
But I mean, that was like, when was this movie made?
This would have been right around 1980, probably.
All right. See, pre-80, everybody in movies was like ugly. So Chris Christopherson was at like the higher level of that. He's at least a good-looking guy, right? Like,
was this before A Star Was Born, or after?
No, A Star Was Born was 79, so this was after A Star Was Born.
A Star Wars was born.
Star Wars was born.
No, but I mean, back in the day, like I watch a lot of old movies, and it's amazing how they're normal movie length, but there's nothing happening. It's all about people talking to people, and it's so funny because like you watch Slapshot, and that's a pretty big movie because they do the whole hockey games and everything. So
you're talking about Paul Newman, right?
Yeah, Paul Newman.
Great movie,
but in essence, it's just people doing people stuff. There's no special effects. There's no, except for some blood when they're beating the crap out of each other. Or you watch, what's that one? Slaughterhouse-5. That's just.
I haven't seen that.
It's great, but it's like old school where there's, the effect is in your mind. Like there's no money, there's no special effects. It's just people, and they're way more compelling than anything being made today.
Yeah. Well, I think also if this hadn't been just an astronomical budget, and it didn't do well, no one would have cared.
Yeah.
But because it lost so much money, it just like they're like, I'm not giving that guy any money anymore.
That's true. Would this movie have been completely forgotten if it wasn't a complete disaster? If they'd have just made the movie how he wanted to make it, it came out, everybody's like, yeah, that's good. And then it would have been lost to generations, probably.
That's true. So I guess being infamously something is better than not being noticed at all, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, well, that's what they say. Either be terrible or be great. Don't be boring. Don't be middle of the road.
Right.
That's why we love Liefeld, and we celebrate Liefeld and Frazetta alike. They're both equally genius in their own way.
All right. Well, since I got you guys here, I've got a couple of artists here. I want to do this because you guys will have commentary on this. This is a little segment I do on the show called "Who's This Guy?"
Love this guy.
Okay.
Robert McGinnis.
The interesting thing about McGinnis is still alive, at least last I checked. And he's in his 90s and still working.
Somebody sent me a video of him painting with his egg tempera.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. So basically you take this color powder. What am I trying to say?
It's just like chalk. It's just like
right,
powder.
But it's they have a name. It's not color.
Oh,
the fancier name for color is
pigment.
Yeah, yeah.
How would you say that in French? Pigment.
Pigment. So basically, powdered pigment. You add water and egg to it, mix it up, and then you get this paint. Mm-hmm. And this guy. Some said he didn't start using this, but then he has been using it for decades now. And I don't know if anybody else uses it, but he still does, as far as I know.
I would see this in like art books when I was studying, like I wanted to be a painter and I'd study and I'd always see that egg tempera. And I never could get a clear explanation of what that was. And people would say you put eggs in it. I just couldn't picture it. And it wasn't until like earlier this year, I think even, when somebody sent me a video of this, and he literally
cracks
an paper in and cracks an egg into it and mixes it up. It's like, what? It's the binder, I think, that holds it all together.
Right. Yeah, and it's but it's water based. It has to be because you add water to it as well. So it's got to be like a. Do you remember? We're talking about grade school paints, right? And the paints, at least when I was in grade school, they came in, they had these huge bottles and they were powder.
Yeah.
And then we would mix the paints up in this big batch of red paint or whatever, the power color or the power color of green. And so those were tempera, but we never put egg in them. It was just water and this pigment, this powdered pigment. And apparently that's basically what he's using with the egg in it, and then doing stuff like this.
Well, that's another thing. And that video is very illuminating because I was like, this guy has this remarkable drawing ability. And I'm sure he does, but he artographs a lot of this, which, I was like,
well, that was to save time, though, don't you think? I mean,
Probably.
Boris, that's what Boris said in his. Did you ever get that painting book that Boris Vallejo put together back in the
I've seen it,
80s, late 70s?
Yeah.
Painting technique. Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I think I've seen it. Yeah.
Well, he basically says, because he got criticized a lot for tracing photographs. And he was just like, hey, this is commercial art. You do whatever you can to make the process go faster. And if I can bring models in, take photos of it, then trace those, paste them on or transfer those onto the painting board and then paint the thing, I've just saved myself a week or whatever.
That was my reasoning was always that like when I was doing comic stuff and I was trying to get faster and faster, I would just straight up use models from SketchUp and things like that, whatever I can use, photographs, anything and everything. If I couldn't figure out that hand and that angle, I just find a photo with that hand and then I'd cut it out and trace it in there because my reasoning was I'm not trying to prove that I can draw that hand. If I give me enough time, I can figure that out. I'm just trying to get the job done and have it read smoothly for you, like that's right. Yeah. So, I mean, I understand that thought process.
Look at see, this is interesting. What I always thought was interesting about this paint is look at this texture that he's got. It's not a smooth paint like, oil painting where you get a real soft transition. It's very rough around the edges here.
It's almost like he's drawing.
Yeah.
It's like how like a penciler pencils a certain like way. And he's drawing with the paintbrush.
Well, it's very similar to gouache, though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's really blended as much as it is just sort of you got like a rougher edge to it.
And I think that's why comic guys latch onto him, because if you notice, comic guys latch on to very particular kinds of painters and artists. And McKee was McGinnis was a big one, and I think that's because he has these hard edged lighting, like we have in comic book coloring.
So I've never tried this now with these paints, but it's one of those things would be like, we should do a Graybeards. We're like egg tempura. See what happens. Can you imagine?
I wouldn't even know. Like, where do you get you just get raw pigment, right? That's all.
I guess. I think you can buy tempura pigment, and then it's up to you to put the egg in.
The water. What if you don't get it in the right proportions? It's too.
Well, I guess you do it by however you want to work it in terms of
so much pressure.
I know. Well, you just lit your drawing on fire, so it's like you obviously fear nothing. With hair and beard like you've got, and you're just starting fires on your drawing table. It's like, dude, look out!
I'll try.
Have you guys seen this poster?
Oh yeah.
Now this was commissioned by who's the guy that got ousted at Pixar?
The guy that started it.
The guy that started. I can't think of his name. Anyway, he commissioned McGinnis to do this poster for The Incredibles, but it was never released. It was simply an employee
Lasseter
thing.
John Lasseter.
Yeah. And this was just my understanding again is that this was just given to the employees at Pixar.
Can you go on closer? Wow. It's like he drew every single scene that was in this movie.
I know, but it's poster. A great poster. It's a little soft here when I get in. But yeah.
It almost looks digital. Like it's so clean.
Oh, dude. I've got this poster. I got one of these. And,
really? Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
It only cost me $50. So.
Oh, wow.
He literally drew every scene. He's like, let me do every keyframe in this. This is the whole movie.
He's even got the plane exploding up at the top. Yeah.
It's one of his best posters I've ever seen. I
Look like
really
Heat
like it.
Miser.
Yeah. Yeah, it is one of his best compositions. Usually he uses a lot of empty space, and
Yeah.
I think that's comes from his like novel covers. He's done
Right. He
hundreds
did
and
over
hundreds of these.
1,200
Thousands
paperback covers in his career. I mean, that's nuts.
But he'll have like, just a figure off to the side, and that translated into his movie posters. A lot of times it was very sparse, and just compositionally very like, one figure, a couple little background elements. So this is like full on movie poster style, which is rare to see him do.
Do you think the original he had that red back there?
Yeah, that's another thing. This is the richest color I've ever seen him use.
I think it is. I don't think that this was digitally messed up, or I should say augmented. I'd have to go look at the poster. It's downstairs, but
that means he would have to have masked all of these elements off.
Not necessarily. He could have done a red, laid down just a coat of red and then painted over the top of that.
You think so?
Yeah, depending on how opaque it is, you can paint right over it. And in fact, all the red of the costume might be the same that he did on that first layer.
Yeah,
right. If you look at the red here and this red here, it's the same.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. He may have just laid down that red, for example, and then painted over the top of it.
That's crazy.
I'll give you a book report on Graybeards. I'll check it out, and for the next episode of Graybeards, I will let you know what I can tell by looking at the poster if it looks painted or not.
And find a higher res scan.
Yeah, surely.
Have you guys seen this? This is like a weird low budget Japanese movie or something that.
I've seen this. I have a huge file of all his stuff I found on the internet.
What is this? I never seen this.
I love the design of that guy in the hat. It's so great.
What's the movie?
It's called 20K. Let me bring in Billy Tucci. He's back there. I don't want to leave him hanging. Hey, Billy.
Hey.
Hello.
Billy would know what this is.
Who is this artist?
Robert McGinnis.
Oh my goodness! Because I was looking at the
good.
Incredibles poster.
You know Robert McGinnis, right? I mean,
Of course,
he's like
of course.
legendary.
Of course.
Yeah, but you never seen a poster like that. That was like so out there for him.
This was called. It was called like 20K, the man of 20 faces, or something like that. You guys help me out in the chat.
Sure.
Somebody in there knows what this is called. I looked it up and then I didn't write it down and I forgot. But it's something like that. I've never heard of it before.
Kevin Thomas says Japanese Shadow. Yeah, close enough. We'll just call it that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Japanese Zorro.
How can I look it up? Follow you.
Zorro-san.
You might be able to like type in Robert McGinnis Japanese movie poster and see what pops up. Maybe a title will come up.
I could do that. Let me see what I've got here. If I could find Heaven's Gate, I can find anything.
Yeah, man, this is such a great one.
This is a great man.
Look at the electricity that he's got coming off.
That's what I'm tripping on. I'm like, how did
that looks like when you put paint down and then you blow it, you put a straw and you're like, and it like sprawls out.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of what that looks like.
I'm getting Japanese versions of his American posters.
Oh, okay. Now, Ollie G, this is not Black Mask, but it does look like Black Mask. Black Mask was in the 90s.
There it is. Got it. Okay, it is K20 is the name of the movie.
Okay. Never heard of it.
No, I didn't either. But I saw the picture and I was just like, dude, that is like next level stuff.
I'm trying to look in YouTube to see if it's a trailer, but no. Is there like a dash in there or something?
Heat Miser, there it is. K20, Legend of the Black Mask.
Oh, it is black. Okay, so maybe Black Mask, the one I was talking about in the 90s, is like a remake of this.
Found it.
That's crazy, man. It makes you want to go see that movie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks epic. I mean, did they go to Paris and all this other stuff? I mean,
Yeah, it looks like he's like a James Bond kind of character for the.
I'm sure it's terrible. Look, if it was any good, we would have heard about it.
Billy's an expert on Japanese culture. Have you heard of this?
I'm not familiar with that film.
That means
Are you
it's
familiar with this film?
Guys. Oh, heck yeah, man.
What are we advertising here, Clint?
I think everything you wanted. Now, why are we celebrating McGinnis tonight? Just appreciation?
Why not?
I do. Hey, every week, Billy, I know you watch my show religiously, but every week I do like I pull up an artist and we just kind of go over his stuff and his technique. And we already mentioned before he came on that he works with egg tempura, which is pretty rare these days.
Holy shit.
Go, Kelsey.
I had to blow my nose.
So this, of course, is Michael Cimino, what we talked about earlier. Written and directed by him, not just directed by him, but written and directed by him. And there's a story that Jeff Bridges came up to him and said, I don't think I can be in this movie. I don't get the character. I don't know what to do. And Cimino apparently told him something like, you are the character. So whatever you do is the character. And then Jeff Bridges felt like really liberated after that and was able to,
It was nice because he was a nice counter to Clint Eastwood's cool, toughness. Who doesn't talk much, real stoic. And then Jeff Bridges is kind of like youthful energy, like all over the place and fun. Yeah, it's a good movie. This is another one of those movies I was talking about where there's like, the big expense, the big special effect was this cannon. That was it. The rest is just people and cars and they're driving around. That's it.
So you're saying,
and it was so good.
You're saying that Clint's cannon was the star of the show?
Of course. All
Well, what's funny is what he's wearing. It's not like the cool. Maybe in 1972 that was cool. I don't know, but you look at that and you go, couldn't they put him in something cooler than that? I don't know.
Is this why you wore?
It looks like something you would wear, Aaron.
Yeah.
I probably was wearing that exact same thing. My parents got it from the Sears catalog.
That's why I was asking. Is this why you wore corduroy pants?
Yeah,
be more like
I wanted to be like Clint Eastwood.
Maybe my cannon can be that big.
Arthur Royce had a great naked chick scene in it. So,
oh yeah,
early Gary Busey. That's right.
Oh wow, gosh, it's been a while since I don't remember that.
Oh, people are loving this. Paul Billard says there's a great Trans Am scene in there. It was Clint's car. It was the Trans Am he was driving. How about that?
I own that movie. I'm gonna have to watch that again. It's been a while. I don't remember any of that.
I know. Hey, we should go back and watch that. Too bad it's not public domain.
Well, you could do like I've never done anything else, but I heard people doing like Amazon watch parties where if you got Amazon Prime, you can like sync everybody together. Like, all right, hit play, and then you can watch whatever. Oh, this is my favorite. I love this piece.
Look how long.
Yeah.
Look at how long Walter Matthau's legs are.
It's so great.
Brilliant.
There's like a cartooniness to it, but it's not. And then the roughness of the paint on the chair and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's channeling both Rockwell and Mort Drucker at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it. That is.
Yeah. God, that's great. That was a good movie too.
And this is the French version of the movie poster, so I feel a little bit more sophisticated.
Drôle de Capelle.
The Geek Easy, just out of the blue, says, I saw an early Nicholson movie last night, The Raven. It was bad. Yeah, those were the Roger Corman films. Nicholson did several of them, well, a few of them. And it wasn't Jack Nicholson's dad was somehow involved with Corman, and that's how he got into those films to begin with. I can't remember.
I'm not familiar with it.
I follow a YouTube channel called Gringo Westerns, and they play like old Westerns. And one came across recently that Nicholson is in, and he wrote. It's one I never heard of before.
Really?
Yeah, Gringo Western. Let me see if I can find that.
No, wait a minute. Are you talking about the Missouri Breaks?
No, I had never heard of this before.
What was because I want to say Nicholson. Now he directed the sequel to Chinatown, right? But I don't think he wrote it.
I actually like that movie, The Two Jakes.
Yeah, The Two Jakes. I don't think he wrote it, but he did direct it.
I used to want to be a private investigator because of that movie. I just thought that lifestyle.
Until they split his nose open, right? Then you're like,
well, that's Chinatown. Yeah. Does he do that in? He gets freaking blown up in Two Jakes. So like, he's standing next to a car, lights a cigarette, and I guess there's like gas fumes everywhere, and he just
I've never
goes up.
seen the Two Jakes.
Oh, that's fun. It ain't no Chinatown, so you don't expect that. It's fun.
Look at the texture on this chair.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's so good. You notice that it's like mostly in the shadow. So it's like as long as your highlights are nice and crisp and bright, you can like do whatever in the shadow. It's kind of
look at the texture on these pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But how clean Mathau's face is.
Yeah, how big's his
same
cannon?
with Jack Lemmon.
No. I just want like a big poster of Walter Matthau like that. Jack Lemmon. Well, I mean, yeah, we got to put Jack in there too. But just like,
nobody
love that
Walter Matthau. Walter Matthau was so interesting looking, right? You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna eat spaghetti. You know, however he talks.
He was great, man. What a great film. What a great film.
I had basement furniture like that chair. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Now they're putting the Geek Easy. I don't know. He's on a Jack Nicholson Terry saying Wolf is a very underrated Jack movie. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't either. It is shot at Old Westbury Gardens, though, which is about 40 minutes from my house. Beautiful old, mansion. Gilded Age, if you will.
What? Now?
Michelle Pfeiffer was in that. And anything Michelle Pfeiffer's in, I'll watch.
So, yeah, man.
But this is one of my favorite McGinnis pieces. This is a paperback cover.
Yeah.
One of his 1200.
Oh yeah.
I don't have that book. I got to get that.
I've got it. It's great.
She kind of looks like Kit Carter a little bit.
It's like even the signature, you could tell Bill Sienkiewicz stole from Robert McGinnis.
So many people. Freaking Phil Noto. Fucking who else?
Hey, now that's a good question. I never asked Phil that, but what does Phil paint with? Because he doesn't paint oils. I wonder if he's
gouache, maybe gouache.
He might be a tempera guy.
Oh, that'd be surprising.
Kind of movie 60s style. That
I would bet he's an acrylic. You know, I don't know. You're right. He is all into that kind of like old school stuff. So
yeah, he's very McGinnis influenced, I think.
Has he ever done any Santa stuff, any Christmas things, Christmas advertising?
There's a great. Let me see if I can find it. There is. I'll let you guys ogle this while I. This looks like Billy. You tell me. Does this not look like Sophia Loren to you? Even though this chick is blonde.
Yeah, I can see that
in the face. Don't you think? I mean, maybe it's just me.
Like you think he used her as a reference? Well, what year is this? Is this before Sophia Loren burst onto the scene?
Well, it would have been in the 60s, I'll bet.
Oh man, she looks.
Yeah. I mean, McGinnis was around. Like, what was he born in the mid 40s or something? McGinnis.
Oh my gosh, he's 90 some years old, so he's got to be. My mom was born in.
He's not 90. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, yeah, you're right because he has been painting from the 50s. That's right.
McGinnis was born like in 1930 or something.
Wow.
He's like 93 or something right now.
Do you think he had a stock face like How to Draw the Marvel Way, where Buscema had that stock face that was Sophia Loren?
He had a lot of his women had that very sort of thin longer faces, but this doesn't look like one of his regular faces. That looks like Sophia Loren to me, but maybe I just got Italian beauties on my mind. I don't know.
So she looks. I can see him. I can see what you're talking about. She looks more like. And I know he obviously didn't use her, but what's her name? Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah,
very much like Angelina Jolie.
You think so? Well,
Yeah, I think so.
I could
this
see
would have
it.
been pre-Angeli.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love how like in the shadows you can see like it looks like the same as the background. You know, look
Yeah.
right at her
Mhm.
neck, like that line at the back of her neck. You can almost see the same texture and color as the background, and then it's like all that opaque of the skin.
See,
And there's
this
like
makes
no
me want to
skin
paint
tone.
again.
This
This
is
makes
like
me-
yellow. Oh, it does, man. Yeah.
You remember how I was wanting to paint on the backs of those boards of the
Yeah.
art boards and stuff? You could do that. Just
This looks
cut the bases
small.
already.
Look at his signature. This looks like it's probably small or small-ish.
Well, maybe it's a bad print. If you could go in tighter, who knows?
What
Well,
is
I
this
just mean like
for?
the scale.
Aaron?
You want me to go in tighter on?
In a deadly vein, is this a paperback book cover?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
He did over 1,200, you know.
I heard that when I was in the back room for 35 minutes.
Were you back there that long? You liar. You weren't back there. I've been keeping my eye on the.
That's all I do is lie.
I know you're a liar.
I'm eating chips right now. Born in 1926, Heat Miser says. Thank you, Heat Miser.
Wow. So he's
97 years old.
7 or something?
Huh?
Jeez.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
He just did a couple different. I'll have that book. He just did a couple paintings for Neil Gaiman, like a couple of his novels that he put out.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go, Billy. There's your Christmas painting.
Oh
Isn't that
man,
awesome?
look at that. You know, I gotta tell you, I'm thinking I had such balls in the 90s. Why did I ask McGinnis to do a cover for me?
I know. That would have been great.
Yeah.
You got Frazetta to do something.
I know.
Come on.
And I could have used that. Like, hey, I got Frank Frazetta.
Oh man. Hold on. I
And
gotta
here's the other one. I
Oh
got
wow.
the slipcase version.
Oh wow, which one is that one? The Robert E. McGinnis book? I just bought one. Well, I put one in the cart, hoping someone in my family will get me it for Christmas. Oh, that image that you like, Aaron, that's the cover, right? Because that's the book that I'm buying. The one of the girl with the James with the
Yep.
okay, with the dude with the gun with the
Yep.
Hmm.
That's what my favorite McGinnis painting. I just think I just like the way the girl looks. And his Western stuff too is really next level.
Oh my God, yeah.
His compositions are crazy good.
It's like a Cimino film.
Yeah, exactly. There's so those are in this well actually both of his book.
I think a Cimino film looks like a McGinnis painting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
I don't know. Check this one out right here.
Wow. Composition.
Yeah.
And look at that. Look at the comic book style storytelling he's doing in that next one, right? Where the like you could see the spear hitting the water.
Yeah.
You could almost see Mobius wishing he could do this.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mobius ain't no slouch. He did.
I didn't say he was.
He did some stuff like this. For Blueberry.
Look at the
Not
composition
this
on
good.
this. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's so inventive. It's so good.
Why don't you do that, Aaron?
I try.
Why aren't you this good, Aaron?
I try. That's all I try. That's
I would
all
love
do.
to like do that kind of composition where your character is like down in the corner, but then you feel like, man, you can't even see my guy, and then you end up blowing him up to the full screen. Oh yeah, here's the recent one. So at 90 whatever, he's doing covers for Neil Gaiman books.
I know.
This
Isn't
is
that
brand new.
Awesome.
I mean, he's got some goth chick here that he's got.
Yeah, so he's like, "Oh, I'm 95. I'll just whip out a painting for you." Jeez.
My goodness.
It's still pretty much like what you would expect from him, you know? I mean, it's great. He did a couple of them.
Building. Look at the shadows on that building.
Yeah.
He did several of those great Aurora model kits, right? The monster ones.
No, that was James Bama.
Obama didn't he do one of them?
Bama, yeah.
Did he do the Forgotten Prisoner though? I thought he did one of them.
He may have.
Well, if Aaron was drawing in a competition, I'd get him to look it up, but he's not.
I'll find out with you.
Here's another one. Now this is a movie poster, but I I really like this for obvious reasons, but
Oh
that's
yeah,
James Coburn right back
Coburn looking fly too, man. He looks cool.
there. Yep.
He's like 8.5 heads tall. I like.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 10.
10 head. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's got the superhero proportions.
Coburn was cool, man. I liked Coburn.
Yep.
I like the last movie I saw him in was that not Get Carter. What was the hell? Payback, where he's like Mel Gibson's like shooting his luggage. He's like, "Hey man, you're shooting holes in my $800 suits or something like that."
I just love the way he lays the paint down. And again, that's that tempera look, right? It's a unique looking paint.
Yeah, man, it's great.
Jeez.
Here's a picture of the old dog himself. I don't know how current this is. This is, it could have been 20 years ago because he's probably still in his 80s 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wow. He's a lefty.
Oh.
He's left-handed.
Yeah.
And he paints straight up and down. Are you a lefty, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. I was
Well,
a
you don't have
lefty
to worry
when I
about
broke my hand.
You don't have to worry about your perspective getting screwed up if you got. I used to have my drafting table like almost straight up and down.
Yeah. The one thing about being left-handed is I lay my pages out and on like Xerox paper, and then I put like an artboard over it with the light box because I have to draw from right to left. So I don't smudge it all. You know what I mean, Kelsey? Smudge it.
I do. My mom is left-handed, so I grew up in a house with like left-handed scissors and left-handed stuff. So it feels weird when I use right-handed stuff sometimes. Yeah, I grew up in a left-handed household.
Well, you got to use them with your left hand, though, right? Because they don't work.
I ended up using them with my right hand, and they're like digging into
turn
my
them upside down.
I know, yeah, they dig in, yeah.
Yeah. It's weird because it's just made, with the funnel of the scissor going the other way or whatever. No, I don't use them upside down. Well, I have made some right-handed scissors. I've grown up.
Okay, you've matured into the right-handed scissors. Well, that is our journey through Robert McGinnis this evening, which was pretty enjoyable.
Can I just mention how cinematic Billy looks? He's got lens flare. He's got
he does, yeah.
Yeah, the lens flare is perfectly pointed at his head. I know where to look in the frame.
Wait, you gotta give me a second to figure that out. Reverse.
That's right.
Wait. I'm leaning into it. There you go. I don't even know where this light source is coming from, but I gotta put my head this way.
It's like a rocket coming out of your ear.
Wait.
Someone's gonna clip this.
Hang on. Wait. It's this way. Okay, hang on.
Right there. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Coming out of your mouth.
It's coming out of your nose.
Yeah, you got to go up a little higher, a little bit higher.
Right there. There you go.
There you
go. Perfect.
Right a little higher.
Higher. Right there. Oh, that's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Oh my God! You got to go full screen so Billy can like make a.
Let me try.
He's got to make a new icon out of this for his social media. Look at this.
All right, let me. Okay, am I on?
Up a little higher. A little higher.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right there.
Ah!
Oh no! That's so wrong.
That's great. You're like Godzilla, whatever. Minus
oh
one.
My God, wrong. With my mouth.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, this one I get shot in the head.
Yep. Blood coming out the other side.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. All right. All right. I only partially completed this because I ran out of time. I started late. I almost didn't prep for the show because I thought I'll just jump on Ethan's channel, and of course he still isn't streaming yet, so who knows what will happen there. But so this I'm gonna need you guys' help with this. But here's my top 5, which I do every week. So. TV shows I used to love and now I don't. I've only got 4, but I ran out of time looking because I waited too long. But
Lost.
do you guys have a? Oh gosh, why did I? That would. Oh, that's my new number one. I totally forgot about that.
I can't watch that anymore. It was like my favorite.
Oh gosh,
but the held in there to the very end.
You hated it by the end of the series. It wasn't
That's
like
true.
10 years later you look back and said, "Oh, I used to love that. Now I don't like it." You hated it by the time it was over.
Okay, Alf. That'll be my. That'll be one of mine.
Okay, Alf.
I used to love it, and now it's. Oh my god, it's unbearable. I can't watch it.
Wait, I got a countdown. Hang on. Number 5 on Kelsey's list is Alf. I never watched that show.
Neither did I.
So I couldn't put it on my list.
Oh my god, I loved it when I was a kid. Man, it was the best. And now it's I've watched the true Hollywood story behind that show, and that's one thing. That and it's just dated. It's so dated.
It looks imbecilic. It's like
yeah. Like the comedy's still good. That guy is funny as hell. The guy that does the voice of him, he writes all the dialogue. That guy is clever, but oh my god, there's some good ones in there. Dukes of Hazzard. Look at this. Is this actually my list?
Well, I didn't have a number 5. You're filling in for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, our number 5. I'll go with Elf. I mean, maybe Different Strokes might have been one of those.
What are we talking about? Is this your top
shows
TV
that I
shows
liked when I was young? Shows that I used to like, but now I'm revisiting them.
And
I
you
don't
hate
like.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, that makes sense.
What was the one with? Did this girl have the girl in the show? Did she have a tragic ending? It's like
they
all
all did.
Girls in these shows all ended up on drugs or prostitution.
Yeah, the dad was a heroin addict or something.
Oh, really?
The nerd looking guy with the glasses.
Oh no. This is terrible.
Yeah, they all. I don't think anybody survived except for the guy that did Alf, the actual guy,
the puppeteer, because
he was down there protected underneath the stage, right? Like,
and he's just some guy like you'll never make it in pictures or TV because he looks like us.
Well, there was all kinds of stories, like if he would do a show, like if he would go onto an award show or something. You were never able to photograph him and Alf at the same time. He had to be snuck in the back room. He had to be like, go through like back alleyways and brought into place without anybody ever seeing the two of them together. It's really weird.
Really?
Yeah. And that's been done the entire history of Alf. I don't think anybody's ever gotten a picture of the two together.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But Kelsey, you are like our Alf expert.
Yeah, that's
Alf
right.
Questions. We're going to you. All right, dude. Now this isn't on my list, but did you guys ever watch this show?
Oh my god, I saw that in the chat. Yeah, somebody was saying that.
You like this?
I love this show. I think Jim Henson did the dinosaur creatures, didn't he?
Never watched it. Yeah,
probably. I loved it. But it was on when I was an adult, so I don't know that I could go back and say I didn't like it because I was so enamored with the costumes that I didn't care if it was funny or not. But they had this baby dinosaur right here, this little dude right here.
Not the mama.
Yeah, not the mama. That's right. I had one of those. I bought one of those. We used to collect them. We had like the figure. There was like a full-size doll of that thing that we got because we used to think this show was so great.
I think I was in high school when this came out, and that freaking baby, man, I was like, I ain't watching that show.
Kevin Thomas is right. He says a prehistoric honeymooners is basically what it is.
Mm-hmm. So, I heard it had kind of a tragic ending where, like, the end is the meteor that destroys the dinosaurs.
Yeah, it was real downer. The last episode was like, yep, dinosaurs get wiped out. Here's the meteor shower. It was just like, what?
People are like,
is that true? Are they like look it up and you see a light coming to them or something? And
they start seeing a meteor shower and they're like holed up in their house or something. I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was like it got really somber and they're like, this could be the end. Is
that really how it ended?
Yes.
That's ballsy, right?
So wait a minute. If this is a prehistoric honeymooners, what's the Flintstones then?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, except without
No, this is like 63 million years ago, prehistoric, and the Flintstones is like 70,000 years ago.
Well, yeah, but they had dinosaurs in Flintstones too.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Now, I love the Flintstones. I loved them then. I still love the Flintstones. That was a great show. So that's not on my list. But okay, so actually, let's get to my list of shows that I actually hated. Number 4. All right. So what do you guys? I want to say, Billy, that you liked the show or you hated it. I can't remember. It was one of the two because we actually talked about this on the Professionals.
Hill Street Blues.
Oh no, I liked it. Oh no, I did. Yeah, it was.
I liked it when it came out, but
yeah.
I got to a point where it was like every show was based on a ridiculous misunderstanding.
Yes,
it was like it got so annoying after a while.
It's like Cobra Kai TV show. Every episode became a misunderstanding. It became the Three's Company of 2020.
Yeah,
we've been waiting for you.
But I always liked Joyce DeWitt. I thought she was hotter than whatever Sunday Blonde they had on there. You know?
They look a lot more terribly than I remember as a kid watching this show.
Well, Joyce DeWitt was
not looking good.
She was sneaky hot. Joyce DeWitt was.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Was she the brunette?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sneaky hot.
Yeah. And
she looks like your mom's sister until you see her in a bikini, right? And you're like,
whoa, hang on now.
I did not mind the show. It wasn't one of my, I liked it, but
I liked it when it was on, when I was a kid watching it, but going back on it, I'm just kind of like, oh, this is annoying.
Yeah, but wasn't Norman Fell like 52 years old when he played Mr. Roper or whatever? He's like really
he was like younger than any of us.
Yeah.
And, he just looked old.
He looked old. A lot of those guys did.
It was like Wilford Brimley was like 40-something years old when he was playing Grandfathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always looked old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was like Don Rickles. Don Rickles was like 27 in the 60s. He still looked the same the day he died because he just looked like an old crabby guy.
Well, in he was in Kelly's Heroes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, he was in the tank.
But that was early 70s, wasn't it?
It's Kelly's Heroes 71 or something, maybe 72.
Yeah. And Rickles was in that, and he looked about the same as is that Telly Savalas too? Is this dude ever young?
Telly Savalas was the one with the tank. That's who. What's it? Rickles was the guy who was the supply guy.
Yeah.
And crazy and Savalas was the guy in the tank with the turret blown off.
Hey, let me just correct something I'm seeing in the chat. I said your sister's mom, not my mom's sister. Your mom's sister, not mine.
Alabama.
How many of your mom's friends have you seen in the or your mom's sisters, your aunts?
Yeah, not my aunts. No.
Hellraiser saying 60 is the new 50, but actually Howard Chaykin, when he turned 60, told me that 60 was the new 40. So I'll be finding out soon enough. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
right. I'm still in my 20s then.
Yeah.
Oh wait, 50 is the new. Oh, okay. In my case, 50 is the new 60. I think that's
you're aging the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Number 3. Well, this is kind of a cheat because I never really particularly liked it when I was a kid, but I really hate it now.
I hated this. Yeah, I don't know. We watched it. I wasn't.
Hoyt Curtin did one of the best theme songs ever written, though.
Yeah,
it was a good song. Yeah,
yeah. But come on, it's awesome.
My problem with this show was all the villains always ended up to be guys that were trying to do the right thing, but they did it the wrong way. I wanted like really serious villains that needed their butts kicked and thrown into like some 20-foot hole in the ground kind of stuff. And you never got it. It was
so you liked 89 Batman when it got serious, right? Like when they finally right. Yeah,
exactly. That's what we're looking for, man. Is this was so kid friendly, it was offensive even as a kid.
a kid is like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
I started watching Johnny Quest where those kids were getting shot at with guns, and their lives were seriously in peril.
Bad guys were dying.
Oh wait, Bub 66 says Ted Knight as narrator is awesome though. I have to agree with that too.
That's true.
In the Hall of Justice, you know.
Monroe.
Like some of it was still worth looking at because you could see the Alex Toth in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as a kid, I didn't know about any of that.
But you said as an adult.
No, that's true. Yeah. No, you could look at it from from that standpoint, but just as for an entertainment standpoint, snooze fest. And then who are the two kids? Not before the Wonder Twins. They had the Shaggy and Velma with their Wonder Dog or whatever.
I didn't like that. Yeah, those two.
Wonder Twins?
No, before the Wonder Twins. It was come on, you guys in the chat. No, there were two teenagers, a guy and a girl. They looked like Shaggy and Velma, and they had a dog that was Wonder Dog or something, wore a cape and a mask.
The thing I love about this most
Marvin.
now.
Yeah, Marvin, and what was the chick's name?
Wendy and Marvin.
Wendy and Marvin. There it is. Yep.
The thing I like most about this today, Super Friends, is that great Alex Ross recreation of the all of them standing in front of the logo. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but that actually looked cool.
That's what I mean. That's when I think about it, I think about that now.
Oh my goodness. Hey, we've got over 300 people watching right now. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button to this channel. Helps us grow so we can compete against the big boys.
Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom.
That's excellent. That's an excellent audience. 300.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job. We need to do a refresh.
I may lose every one of them after I do this one, but here's my number 2 choice. Here it comes.
What do we got? What?
Okay, I'm out of here.
Come on.
Oh, you lost the panel on this one.
You out. Later.
This is just.
Hey, to all 32 of you watching right now, please give it a like.
Bye.
Dude, I cannot stand the corniness anymore. I can't stand
I love this show.
I love this show to this day.
Oh, really?
I do too. I love the movie.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. My son Matthew came running upstairs with a beach ball over his head with his Batman costume on when he was like 4 years old. And he just did that because I'm like, you got to watch these, kid. He was a Batman nut. And he just comes running upstairs holding. He's like, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb, and just runs back down.
I'm getting abused in the chat. I'm getting
rightly so. Rightly so. You're a villain. You're like the villain that should have been on the fucking.
Everything Adam West said was hilarious.
This is for the child at heart, Aaron.
You know, it's funny. I went back and watched some episodes, and I just didn't find them funny anymore. And I was like, man, the corn is awful thick. It was like cream corn, And I was just like, maybe I was in a bad mood. I'll tell you what, I'll go back and revisit this and give you an update, see if I maybe changed my mind.
Look, Arik Huffle says, I'm going to need a refund on Wraith of God Blood Hunters and the first one too.
There's another one. Tempted to refund Kit Carter now.
Yep. What a terrible way to go.
Come on, it's got Sammy Davis Jr. in the window gag. I mean, you can't go wrong with that kind of
stuff.
Oh
my gosh, this is the worst. Aaron is making Jesus sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
He hit you in the religious feels. God.
Man.
All right, I better get off this quick.
Yeah, real quick.
All right, this is probably going to piss off even more people.
Not didn't go over the way you thought it was there, buddy, huh?
Yeah.
I went exactly the way I thought it went. And here's my number 1, which will really get.
What is it this time? Airwolf? What do you got?
All right, here we go. You guys ready? My number 1 disappointing show that I loved as a kid, but now can't stand.
Why? I've not seen this show since I think Reagan was president. So
about the last 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of every episode is great. It's the 45 minutes of drag up to the end. This has got like way too much garbage in it, boring stuff, and not enough monster action. And I was, oh my gosh, I went and like the ending of remember the zombie episode where the zombie is like in that car. What am I trying to say? where the junkyard, and this back of this car, and he sneaks in there and he's putting salt in its mouth and sewing its lips shut. It's trapped in this station wagon, hoping the thing doesn't wake up. Do you remember that scene?
No, I never saw that episode.
Okay,
so.
that was like the last 7 minutes of an hour-long episode.
There's definitely some fans of this in the chat. I've never seen this one actually.
I haven't either.
Dude,
Honestly, I was expecting you to pull out Columbo or something. I was like, what now?
Hellraiser says it was in a hearse. That's correct. You're right. It was in the back of a hearse.
I thought you were going to say Sanford and Son. He says there's too many black people in there.
Oh, I love Sanford and Son, man.
Have you guys watched All in the Family lately?
No.
Oh my! It was on like I don't know TNT or something like that. And, holy shit!
They're still hilarious.
So wrong. But it's so great. It's just brilliant. And
it's actually funnier now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Hey, Sanford and Son is next level. It always has been.
That's true.
But I mean, they've got episodes with Fred Sanford dropping in N-bombs like crazy.
I don't remember that.
He was in court.
Yeah, that's the one I just saw.
He said to the judge, he said, "You got so many what did he say?"
He goes, he has the cop sitting there and he goes, "Why are you prejudiced against black people?" And he's like, "I'm not." He goes, "You never," he goes, "I give," he goes, "So why do you only give tickets to black people? I give tickets to white people." He goes, "Give me a break." He goes, "Look at this courtroom. It's full of nothing but N-bombs."
No.
Oh, no.
No, he said, "You got enough niggas in here to make a Tarzan movie."
Oh, my God.
It's canceled my show.
Oh, hang on. Hey, wait, 1 second. Wait 1 second. Hang on.
Oh God.
There you go.
Oh, I wonder if I can stream that on Disney Plus now. Where can I catch that?
Studios.
They were so politically incorrect on that show.
Ad Hep says David's going to tank this channel. Well, I'll tell you right now, anybody that wanted to refund Kit Carter should now back it after that.
Yes, all the racists are back in your corner now, Aaron. Well done.
Oh, I mean, seriously, that's what he said on air. It was part of the television show, and you're just like,
great
what?
stuff, man. Great stuff.
Anyway, back to Kolchak. So,
wait. He did one more where he told Esther. He said, "You so ugly, you could put your face in some dough and make gorilla cookies."
Oh!
What the hell's a gorilla cookie? I don't.
You know those little cookies in the little kids' crackers of the animal crackers.
Oh, okay.
Make gorilla cookies.
Douglas Nelson for $5. Thank you, Douglas. Appreciate it. He says, "Just bought myself a copy of Kit Carter Planet Doom. Keep up the great work." Thank you. We will. We can keep David on the straight and narrow.
We can keep this channel on there. Yeah.
Wait, when was that? When did he post that? Did he post that before David was reciting the show or after?
Oh, hey, if a black guy says that, hey, wait a minute. If a black guy says that, a white guy cannot be offended for other black people because a black guy said it.
Yeah, when did that? Yeah, that hasn't stopped the left too much, has it?
No, it doesn't. But
there was some good news today.
Oh, hang on a second. Wazaru says this is the filthiest show.
Who knew you had it in you, Aaron? Who knew? Who knew how blue? Who knew how blue you could work, Aaron?
Oh my goodness! All right, so go ahead. What were you going to say about the news today?
Did you guys see that thing in Oakland? The Oakland coffee shop, and this Jewish woman wanted to use the bathroom, and they refused to let her in the bathroom.
Are you kidding me?
Because they were equating Israel to fascism and stuff like really anti-Semitic. It was all over the place. And she's like, "Well, I just want to go in the bathroom." Like, no, you cannot use this bathroom. And like, so you're stopping me because I'm Jewish from using the bathroom. He's like, you're going to take pictures. And it's like, fine, then just go in and take pictures. And there was this stuff like the anti-Semitic, the free Palestine typical shit, pro-Hamas shit.
Well, I mean, there's a little
fired. They all got fired, though. They're very snarky, like, yes, that's what we believe in. Yes.
I saw a video of somebody taking down. They put a ladder up on a pole that had a Palestinian flag, and they were ripping the flag down, and somebody stops and then kicks the ladder out from under the guy, and then the guy starts swinging the ladder at him. It was crazy.
They had a ladder fight, and then another dude came, but the guy had a winter cap, but it was the cross of St. George. It's like a white cap with a red cross on it. And then I guess the guy was Muslim or something who came out and stuff. And then another dude came and they like chased him away. But they're battling with ladders, man. It's freaking crazy.
Sheesh.
Like
Hang on a second.
All right, now we're going to transition into our opinions on the Holocaust.
Yeah.
How's your campaign doing, Aaron?
I'm going to show the ladder fight. At this point, what more could go wrong on this stream?
I got to share something, Aaron, too, when you get a second.
All right.
Oh, no.
So here's this dude, all right, taking down the Palestinian flag, and this guy gets out of his car. He's so outraged that he knocks.
Look at the guy's hat, though. See the hat? He's got a cross of St. George on his hat.
So he's just. This is in England?
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice trip. This is like a Jackie Chan film.
This guy grabs another ladder.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look at him. He's like a Rosicrucian or something. Or what do they call him? A Knights Templar? Or
Knights Templar.
There's a crusader up in this.
Yeah. Crazy. Oh my God, look at him. I didn't watch the whole thing.
But look at the size of that dude. That's
he took his ladder away.
Yeah, he did. And then another guy comes in. Look at this other dude coming in right here.
Damn. No, he's gonna get along. Save the ladder.
Do you get another ladder? The fight continues. Oh,
look at that! He just missed him with that. Imagine he connected with that, and then this other dude comes. And now they're going after this guy.
And hashtag ladders matters, man.
Yeah.
Save the ladders.
Wow.
Oh, that's good stuff.
When you get a second, I want to share this, if I can.
All right, bring it up. I'll show.
Okay, this with apologies to Graham Nolan. Yeah,
Billy. Apparently, I'll show anything on this show now.
Apparently, so apologies to Graham Nolan. I'm not sure if he's aware of this, but there's a new show called My Little Batman, and this is a real image. And I don't know if this is. I don't think it's Poison Ivy. But it's definitely Bane, as my son told me. And look at this. Look at this art and everything. This is an animated show.
All right.
Share it. Look at the art. That's how the art is.
Oh, my goodness.
What the hell is this?
I don't even know what I'm looking at. What is that?
Did they make Poison Ivy into Phyllis Diller?
Yeah, I guess
it looks like a bad cartoon of Phyllis Diller.
Yeah. But look at Bane. Look at Bane. Look at the veins in his. Is that his neck or is that his skull? Like, where's his?
That's his neck.
He is a raging penis.
Raging penis.
Is this real? This is like.
Yep, this is the real. It's called My Little Batman.
Heat Miser says penis head Bane.
DC, and it's a real DC licensed penis neck. Thank you.
Like they don't care anymore. They don't care.
Wow. That looks like
like that. Look at this shit. And go show it to Graham Nolan, Matthew, the same kid with the bomb.
It makes you wonder what people with talent are going to do.
Yeah.
We're all going to
hire people with talent anymore.
No, we're gonna. I'm learning heating and air conditioning right now. Yeah. I'm learning plumbing.
Mucky Mosey says, I think Nick Cross is making that cartoon. Is Nick Cross, is that the guy on not American Idol, but
I don't know. Nick
Cross. I don't know who that is.
Who is Nick Cross? I'm not even sure who Nick Cross is. Okay. Maromi wants to know if a 5-year-old drew that. You may be onto something there.
Headless Burgos says Denny O'Neil just died again. Our couple says learn to code, Kelsey. Yeah.
The horror. Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
Billy, I don't know what to say after that.
It's all downhill from the Jeffersons. So you might as well just throw caution. I'm actually going to go see Godzilla tonight. I got to leave. I think now. We got a 10:20 viewing of Godzilla, so we're all going, the whole family.
Okay, well, let us know how it is, man.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really excited because I don't know how much longer it's going to be in the theaters.
Yeah, why are all
They say it's a limited release.
Godzilla?
What's that?
What?
I said, why is all of Aaron's guests leaving to go see Godzilla?
Yeah,
Like Gary left earlier to go see Godzilla. It's like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Aaron, what time does the campaign close?
Midnight.
Your time?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's
maybe
like
after
3
the movie, if I'm all excited, I'll get a glass of wine. And hopefully,
come back
it'll
and
be
give us
great.
a review.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, boys. Have a good one.
All right.
Great
Thanks,
luck, Aaron.
Bye.
Bye, boys.
Later.
See you later.
Yeah, take it. Take a little lighter on the racist stuff.
Hey, I want to remind everybody that we're going to on December 20th. Mark this down in your calendars since we have this large audience right now. If you guys have not checked out Graybeard's studio, it is much like this, except we're drawing the whole time.
A lot less racism too, generally.
Yeah, well, with David's on the show, you just never know what he's going to say. We're going to do a prime time Christmas special on Wednesday, the 20th. I don't know if that's going to be probably like we'll start at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time, probably somewhere in that neighborhood. And we draw for 2 hours and you get our witty banter and commentary for the whole time. And we normally do it at 1 o'clock Pacific time in the afternoons on Wednesdays, but we are going to move it to prime time for our very special Christmas special on December 20th. So mark that down in your calenders.
Yeah,
That'll be
that's
the
not
week
the next
after
one.
next.
Oh, week after next. Okay.
Yeah.
Whose pick is that? Is that yours or is that David's?
Oh, I think it's David's.
Dave, it's going to be Batman for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Batman, Superman.
Batman and Superman. That's his category.
It's going to be the N-word version of Batman.
We could do your DC Christmas. How about
the real Dark Knight?
How about DC Christmas card, Marvel Christmas card? Do you ever get those? Remember those things?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely, sure.
You used to get the DC Christmas cards and a present, which I don't sure they do that anymore.
No, DC. Yeah, I have a couple things. I got my art bag I use is from DC. It's got DC written all over it. Nobody's ever stopped me and wondered what that was. Nobody.
I've got 2 of them. I keep thinking I'm going to sign one and put it up on eBay.
Oh, you should.
I should. I just haven't yet. There's Mike S. Miller. Thanks for joining us, Mikey. Mortal V says Aaron is a monster. He always tells Kelsey he'll never get his lozenges. Anusaholic says Aaron is great at this. Also, these clowns are fun. Of course, he's talking about Graybeard's studio. If you have not been a regular viewer of that, you're missing out. Kelsey keeps his knife in there. What?
Oh yeah, I got it right here.
Henry Bemis is saying, Aaron, refresh Kit Carter. Hello.
There you go.
I lost my Kit Carter screen, so I'm gonna have to dig it up again. Give me a second here.
You lost it. That's like the whole point of the show, Aaron.
I know. Well, we get talking about Sanford and Son, and then it's just like, get it, bro. All right.
He had his finger on the kill switch right then. That's
like... I dumped everything. I think that is refreshed. We're over 80.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
Almost made. I realized my budget for the book was $80,000, and then I realized, oh wait a minute, I got to pay taxes on that money. So now it's 90. So we got only 10,000 more to go, you guys. We can do it.
All right. Now that we're at 80, I set my desk on fire. Where's my lighter? There we go.
Oh, man. Okay, excellent. Well, we'll visit that later. Of course, well, actually, let me go through the campaign real quick. We have 330 people watching, so maybe somebody's unaware of this.
I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay, this is a closeout stream for Kit Carter Planet Doom graphic novel, 64 pages, 8.5 by 11. It's by me. It's kind of like the 1980s Marvel graphic novel series that they did. We all remember those. Well, those of us who are old enough to remember those. But it's a great format. It's oversized at 8.5 by 11, so the art is bigger. It's just a nice format to do a graphic novel in. So I thought I'd get nostalgic and do that. Kit Carter is an elite ranger in the Galactic Alliance Freedom Force, and along with her partner Merv the Astro Chimp, she polices the galaxy, bringing the most dangerous villains and tyrants to justice. Lord Menace is the tyrant king of a dying monster-infested planet codenamed Planet Doom. In a dangerous and desperate move, he acquires the Eye of Omniman and employs an unmatched power to rejuvenate his planet and create forces to conquer the galaxy. Can Kit and Merv stop him? Or is this one adversary that even they can't handle? So there you have it, folks. That's kind of a synopsis of the story. You can get a hardcover, which comes signed and numbered, limited edition, signed and numbered by me. It also has a tipped-in art gallery of, I think it'll be about 8 pages. It'll be extra on there that only comes in the hardcover. You can get the softcover edition with great painted cover by Chris Stevens, very reminiscent of an old pulp magazine cover, which is what we wanted. It looks great. Here's some of the story pages. This is page 1. Pencils by me, inks by Matt Ryan, colors by Kelsey Shannon. We also have, this is page 2 and 3. Pencils, inks by me and Matt Ryan, colors by Kelsey again. Here's some of the art that'll be in the gallery of the hardcover book. This is by Gary Martin, who was with us earlier and left. This is a To See Godzilla. This is a tribute to Frank Frazetta, Famous Funnies, Buck Rogers cover from the 50s. And there's what it looks like with Kelsey's coloring on it. So that's a great piece that'll only be in the hardcover. This is also a piece that'll be in the hardcover gallery. It'll be colored by Kelsey once he gets it finished. This is by me. You can get t-shirts, black and teal. There's also going to be a 32-page full color 8.5 by 11 sketchbook with all the Kit Carter sketch material in it from the past 12 years. And then also the 14 by 36 insert movie poster. This is the color rough. This is not the finished painting, but it is the finished layouts. This is essentially what the poster will look like. Who can save the universe before lunch? Kit Carter, Galactic Ranger. That's who. In Planet Doom, rated PG, of course, because we don't get too naughty here, except when David's on. Then we also have the Kit Carter laser etched shot glass. We've also, previous campaigns, we've had the Wraith of God shot glass, laser etched. The logo right there. And the Garbage Man was the last campaign shot glass. Now we have the Kit Carter. There eventually will be 6 shot glasses in the entire collection. Stretch goals. I'm going to show those in just a minute. We got some of the artwork from that. We get the trading card by David Williams for the Empirus trading card, which is one of my characters that we're going to be seeing more of. In fact, David's working on a backup story for Empirus that will appear in the next Wraith of God 3, which will be launching probably in June after we're done with Kit Carter. There's also the Power Blaster trading card by David Williams, which is one of the characters from my Power Cubed series from about a decade ago. And when we hit 80, which we just did, so now you guys get the Lord Menace trading card by me. He's, of course, the villain in this graphic novel. When we get to 100 grand, Mr. Midnight trading card by me. And then, of course, more stretch goals as we hit those numbers. You can get in this campaign as add-ons the trade paperback from Garbage Man, which I highly recommend if you have not got it. It does tie into all the current events going on in the Empire Comics Lopresti-verse, Wraith of God books, Nightclub, things like that. In fact, in the books that we're shipping out right now, we only have 25 more to go. That's the last Wraith of God Blood Hunters. number 2, which is Wraith of God number 2, but it's Wraith of God Blood Hunters. There is a Garbage Man backup story in it. There's a Kit Carter backup story in there that kind of leads into the graphic novel, so you want to check that out as well. But this Garbage Man trade paperback actually has the first appearance of the Nightclub in it, which is also one of the backup stories, and was featured in the prologue in Wraith of God number 1. So all this stuff is connected in one big universe of heroes and characters. So you want to check this stuff out. You can get a Wraith of God second printing number 1, 2 cover options. This black and white cover, virgin cover, only 300 copies were printed. So it's pretty rare. Or if you missed Blood Hunters, which just ended, and like I said, we've only got 25 more orders to fill, and we are done with fulfillment on this, but you can get one of these cover options. They're all 4 available right now until they aren't available anymore. So you can add those on as well. And there's a couple of pieces of original art left. This one, this page, and this is from the preview story in Blood Hunters. And what is it? It's this one and this one, I believe, are the 2 pages left. This, of course, features Schmagma, who we just saw on the first page of the graphic novel right there, colored by Kelsey. So anyway, get in there and back this campaign. Tonight is the big closeout. I'm going to go till midnight, probably. Famous last words. We'll see if anybody hangs out.
I got about another 20 seconds in me. That's what I want to get.
That's all he's got. So we're at 80,643, 825 backers. Thank you guys so much. Spread the good word for Kit Carter, Planet Doom. We'll revisit that later. I wanted to show you guys the well, David's seen it because he drew it, but the card art.
Oh yeah, this has just been unlocked, right? At 80?
Yeah. So these aren't colored yet, and no, Kelsey's not coloring them because I can't afford to pay him to color them. So I'm going to do it myself. But you've got the let me go full screen here. The Empirist trading card. Everybody gets this.
I could do my dollar store paints on them.
Yeah. Well, actually, he has some design elements on his face and arms and stuff that I need to like drop in and when I color it. So anyway, so that everybody's going to get that trading card. And this is the Power Blaster trading card that David also did.
Oh man, that's great.
And this is a big robot character from Power Cubed. I'll color that as well and get that up on the old campaign page.
Is he flipping the bird?
Kind
of looks like he is, maybe.
I don't know. I think he's thinking about it.
Yeah, I see that finger twitching.
Yeah, he's getting ready. Getting ready, Freddie. Now this is Click. This is the little robot guy, the other robot. And this card was for early sign-up people. So if you signed up early on before the campaign went live, you get this card for free. I will make it available later on so people can, if you want one, that you'll be able to purchase one for like $5 or something. But this is obviously a very limited number. And that's the artwork that David contributed to the campaign.
This David guy is pretty good.
I know. He's also very salty.
If he drew on bigger paper, that character might have more room to stand up. I mean,
yeah, right.
You had to cram him in there because it was only, You know, Kelsey, I don't have a link for it, but I guess I could probably bring it up.
Can you still?
Let's see. You're on Fund My Comic, right?
Oh yeah. If you can still bring it up.
Well, are you saying you can't bring it up?
Well, you're the one bringing it up.
Well, no, I mean, I'm bringing it up in topic. I mean, can I get the
Is this an Abbott and Costello scheme?
I don't know, man. It's getting there.
Who's on first?
All right. So I'm one to share other people's campaigns, and here it is. This is Kelsey's sketchbook called Scribbles. Kelsey, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, this is a 200-page book of probably 20 different comic books in full in their layout form, which is the pages in sketch form where I do all my decision work before I get to the final piece. This is a stage that you rarely ever get to see, plus sketches and designs and all kinds of stuff. Just whatever I can find that's never seen print before and probably will never see print again. So this is kind of like the art book that I've always wanted to do, and I appreciate you very much supporting this. It's can't wait to have it on my shelf, quite honestly. So looking forward to it.
Stuff in here?
Well, because a lot of this stuff, it's in files, it's in dresser drawers and things like that. So having it all available in one book so I can admire myself really goes helps. There's
where's this? Where is this stashed?
That's under my pillow.
Waiting for that dream to come true.
Yeah. Right next to the picture of her and Margot Robbie. Yeah.
That, of course, is Anna, the Star Wars girl. You won't find this in one of her calendars. You have to buy Kelsey Shannon Scribbles book.
That's right. Yeah. So this is, like I said earlier, this is being fulfilled in early 2025. Hopefully in January, probably into January, depending on how long everything takes to get set up. But it's going out. And then I'm closing it all down. So you can get it up until that point. I'm going to leave it open up until it starts shipping out. And also you got the t-shirts, and the original art is all going out now. So hopefully everybody gets it before Christmas. So all that will be taken care of this year. So look for it in your mailbox. It's coming. Thank you.
Thank you for your participation. Yeah, that's on Fund My Comic, you guys, by the way. It's not on... it's not on
nowhere
any
else
platform,
and it won't be on any other platform. This is the last time, only time you'll get to see it. It'll be a collector's item after that.
Now, David, this is David's and Ethan's Fearsome, coming out from All Caps Comics. This is Ethan's creation, and but David is bringing it to life. We have just a little bit of art here. This is a preview book. David, go ahead and explain what this is again.
It's about this young man, Eli, who has to go back to his hometown where his father is in hospice, and he has to take care of his father's business. And he has a problem with narcolepsy. And every time he falls asleep now, being in this town, something is being revealed in his dreams to help him solve some murders of these children that are in the town. And he's not a private investigator, he's a school teacher, but something's calling him to, find these lost souls. And when he's in his dream world, he gets this fearsome character unlocked from him, and he becomes the skeletal, like, avenger of these children.
And this is Neil Gaiman if his writing career didn't work out, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And so, he has all the dark circles and all this because he's sleep deprived. This is like he's freaking out. So,
this is the first 11 page. How long is the actual book going to be?
It's just going to be 20 pages. The first. Okay,
so you're getting half of the first issue, and then a bunch of sketch material and stuff in this.
Yes.
It's kind of a preview book, and it's pretty much ready to go. Aren't you almost done with the first 11?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys won't have to wait long. This won't be like Cyber Frog, where you're waiting a year or two to get it. I personally will be done before Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. So you want to check this out, because this will be, I'm sure, very limited edition. It'll be a small numbers thing, because he's gonna, when the book is done, I assume Ethan's gonna launch the book as the finished product, and who knows what'll be involved in that other than just the story. So this is kind of like a glorified ash can, really, like they used to do back in the 90s. The Image guys used to do those really cool ash cans, and then chromium covered stuff. And
Norenrad 2 Turbo brings up a good point. The preview will shoot up in price like crazy. Remember Malin Cut? Yeah.
Yep.
These are special, like limited edition kind of things. So yeah, get it.
Get in where you fit in.
Oh, they say Ethan is finally going live. How about that?
All right.
A couple hours late, but that's all right.
What's like what do they say about the wizard? He arrives precisely when he means to.
But he's always on time because he always gets there right when he's supposed to get there.
Right.
Well, let's see if he's well,
We're going to stream snipe him.
It's not showing that he's on is he live yet? Let me check real quick. Oh, he just started his intro stream. So I guess I will
just wanted to share my copy of
Thunderbolt. Hang on a second. What do you got there?
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot with a different kind of cover.
Hang on. I got to find you. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Might actually watch this tonight. You got me thinking about it.
I know.
Great flick.
Classic.
Yeah, look at it. Look at Clint.
All right.
So good.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up this portion of this show, and I'm going to head over to Ethan's channel and go tell the cows come home, as they say. Kelsey and David, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me for basically 3 hours. And I know it was fatiguing, but I think incredibly.
You are, yeah. I mean, it was
just like an episode of Graybeard Studio.
Pretty much.
If you guys want this kind of caliber of entertainment and also drawing, join us every Wednesday right here on this channel for Graybeard Studio.
Hey, Aaron,
yes.
When you go over there to Ethan's show, tell all those N-words I said what up.
I will pass that on.
Remember to use the soft A, though, you know.
That's right. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Everybody who back during this portion of the show, thank you so much. Head on over to Ethan's channel. We'll see you guys over there. And this will keep going for who knows how long. I might be back here before the end of the evening, so you never know. But thank you. It's been great fun. Kelsey, David, thanks again, guys. I appreciate you helping me out. You're good people. Oh, Paul Og, $4.99. Thank you. Before you switch, here's a super chat just for you. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it very much. All right, guys. Thank you.
Basking in that good people comment.
That's right. We'll see you guys Wednesday. So it won't be long before you get this crew together again. Thanks again, everybody, and good night.
Nice.